neza.
Mwamutse.
Amazina yanjye nitwa Uwimana Jeannette, ndi nimero 68. Nk'umukobwa ufite ubumuga bwo kutumva no kutavuga, uvuka mu karere ka Nyanza, nkaba naragize amahirwe yo kuza muri bootcamp hamwe n'abandi bakobwa baharatanira kuba nyampinga w'u Rwanda 2022. Numva nzakoresha aya mahirwe yose mu gukora umushinga wanjye. Umushinga wanjye intego yawo ni ukugaragaza ko abantu bafite ubumuga dushobora gukora kandi tugatera imbere tunabona amafaranga. Uko umushinga nzawukora, ndamutse mbonye amafaranga, ngize amahirwe yo gutsindira iyi gahunda, amafaranga nzabona nzayakoresha norora ingurube. Nzafatanya n'akarere ka Nyanza kuko baranshyigikiye cyane muri iki gihe, baranamenye. Nzafatanya nabo bampe veterineri ubizobereyemo amfashe kubaka ikiraro cyiza. Hanyuma nzakoresha ubutaka bwa famiye dufite, nitumara kubaka ikiraro tugure ingurube, mpa akazi abandi bantu bafite ubumuga bwo kutumva no kutavuga, dukorane kugira ngo tworore izo ngurube. Hanyuma umusaruro nzajya nkuramo ziramutse zibyaye 40% nzazikoresha kugira ngo zimpe inyungu zizanzanire izindi ngurube ziyongereyeho. 30% nzazigurisha, 30% nazo nzaziha abandi bantu bafite ubumuga bwo kutumva no kutavuga kugira ngo ntatere imbere njyenyine, ahubwo nabo batere imbere. Nyuma yaho umushinga numara kwaguka, nzashinga restaurant ikomeye cyane nkoresheje za ngurube nzaba naroreye. Nzashaka umuhanga mu guteka amfashe ateka ingurube nziza ku buryo abantu bazajya bazi Nyanza bakavuga ngo tugiye muri restaurant yo kwa Jeannette. Nimba nateye imbere rero gutyo, nzakorana n'abantu bafite ubumuga muri iyo restaurant. Kizaba ari ikintu gishimishije ko azaba ari restaurant y'umuntu ufite ubumuga unakorana n'abantu bafite ubumuga, hanyuma ku buryo umuntu wese uzajya unyura hariya azageza kuri restaurant. Murakoze.
Murakoze Jeannette. Uzakoresha abantu bangahe mu mushinga wawe?
Nshobora gutangirana n'abantu 6 mu mushinga.
Murakoze.
Nshaka kubaza ibijyanye n'amafaranga uzakenera. Utekereza ko uzakenera nk'igishoro cyangahe? Hanyuma utekereza ko uzabasha gucuruza cyangwa kwinjiza amafaranga angahe mu mwaka wa mbere? Nimba waratekereje no ku wundi mwaka nabyo watubwira. Murakoze.
Murakoze. Ntekereza ko budget nshobora gukenera, ariko nkuko nabitangiye kare ntago mfite ubuhanga bukomeye cyane mu korora ingurube, gusa nzakorana n'abantu bafite ubuhanga bamenyereye cyane mu bworozi bw'ingurube. Gusa nkurikije ubumenyi mfite, nakenera budget ya miliyoni nka 25. Hanyuma ku nyungu zo icyo nzi, ingurube mu mwaka ibibyaye 2. Rero aho ngaho nshobora kuzakorana n'abo bantu nababwiye tuzakorana, tukabasha kubara inyungu tuzabona mu mwaka. Murakoze.
Murakoze. Amahirwe. Namutse.
Namutse neza.
Yego. Uratwibwira, tubwire izina ry'umushinga wawe cyangwa icyo umushinga wawe ugamije, hanyuma utubwire mu buryo burambuye, turakubaza ibibazo.
Murakoze. Nitwa Bahari Ruth, nkaba ndi umukinnyi w'ikinamico na filme by profession. Nkaba narakoze muri Mashirika, ubu ngubu nkaba nkorana na Nyampinga Sakwe, ni ikinamico kuri radio. Nkaba ndi n'umukozi wa ITLP, International Literature Literacy Theater, iba muri New York, ariko nkaba nkora nk'umukozi wa Africa, ukora muri Africa. Ndagira ngo mbaze umwe muri mwe akabazo niba nta kibazo. Ni ikihe kintu kikorohera nk'iyo leta igize ikintu runaka, reka tkoreshe beka, nk'iyo beka hari nk'ubutumwa runaka ishaka kugeza ku Banyarwanda, wowe ishyira mu mwanya w'urubyiruko, nubuhe buryo bakoresha cyangwa wenda bakoreshaga kera ukiri umwana ukabasha kubyumva mu buryo bworoshye.
Cartoon.
Pardon?
Cartoon.
Thank you so much. So nanjye ibyo ngiye kubabwiraho bisa nkaho bijyanye n'ibijyanye na entertainment. Nkuko tuzi ko 70% y'abanyarwanda ari urubyiruko. Ntekereza ko kugira ngo leta igeze ibikorwa bigiye bitandukanye cyangwa gahunda leta ndetse n'ibigo bindi bifasha leta cyangwa igihugu cyacu gutera imbere bikoresha uburyo bwiza bakoresha ikinamico. So rero njyewe mfite company ntago iratangira aracyari ibitekerezo bindi mu mutwe ariko nanditse iyo company ikaba yitwa Higa mu ntambwe. Iyo company ikaba ari yo gukora radio drama, TV series ndetse na community theaters kuko nakoze ibintu niyumvamo na understandinga neza cyane kurusha ibindi. Hanyuma iyo company ikaba izajya ikora ama radio drama nkuko nababwiye ko ama professional actress and writer in theater. So nandika imikino hanyuma noneho dukore casting z'abakinnyi runaka hanyuma abo bakozi dukorane nk'aba freelancer kubera ko ni starting company ntago nahita ntangira mbahemba ku kwezi kuko nta mafaranga ahagije mfite. So tukajya dukorana nka freelancing kuko niba mubizi neza muzi impact Museke we yagiriye abanyarwanda mu kugarura ubumwe n'ubwiyunge mu Banyarwanda bitewe n'amateka twanyuzemo atari meza y'igihugu cyacu. So rero ntegereza ko nabwo twabukoresha nk'uburyo bugera ku banyarwanda benshi cyane cyane bo mu byaro kuko ntago program leta ishiraho ari iy'abanyarwanda bo mu mujyi cyane. So ntekereza nabo mu cyaro uko la majorité yabo babumva radio. Hanyuma uburyo rero bizanyungura uburyo byanyungura nuko nakwandika ikinamico kuri program runaka numvishe izanywe n'ikigo cya leta cyangwa se na leta ubwayo hanyuma nkayiba pitchingaho bakaba bansponsoringa epuwi nkakora ikintu bita casting call cyangwa se guhitamo abakinnyi tuzakorana muri recordings cyangwa se recordings of course za radio drama na film epuwi also na community theaters kura ugenda ukajya nk'ahantu mu cyaro runaka mugategura ikinamico mugakoresha stage z'imodoka namwibuka guma za kera. Uburyo rero bizafasha abandi bantu bizafasha ikibazo cyo kugabanya unemployment mu gihugu. Tuzi ko ari ikibazo gikomeye kandi cyane cyane mu artiste ho bimeze nabi bitewe nuko corona yaje igatuma ama event amwe namwe ajya hasi. So rero uburyo bizadufasha bizabenefitinga abo acteurs nuko tuzabasha kuzadukorana nk'aba freelancing uko company igenda izamuka tujye dukorana inshuro nyinshi ishoboka hanyuma namara kubona company wa stable noneho nkabashyiraho nk'abakozi dukorana buri kwezi nyine nkabasha kubona kimuri ikibazo cya ntago nagikemura cyose ariko nkagabanya ikibazo cya employment mu gihugu. Ntekereza ko mu by'ukuri ari ibyo mwanya bibazo murakoze.
Urakoze. Wakoze muri Broadway?
Pardon?
Did you work in Broadway?
Nagize iyo chance ariko kubera COVID birapfa. I was supposed to go New York.
Oh, okay. I hope it works out ukajyayo.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I have a question kuri content uzaza ukora age group iri targeted. Do you have a specific age group ushaka gutargetinga cyangwa it's pretty much everyone cyangwa ufite specific
age?
Yes.
Well, acting dukora ubuzima bubaho. Dukina ubuzima bw'umusore ungana nkawe umutanti ungana nkawe umwana nkanje. So muri acting nta age irimo. Urumva nzajya ndekrita niba ari nka film wenda radio byo byashoboka kuko nshaka kwigana ijwi ry'umukecuru nshaka kwigana ijwi ry'umwana ariko niba ari filme urumva bitewe nuko tudafite ubushobozi buhagije bw'uko bakora za makeup ku buryo ngaragara nk'umuntu ushaje ntekereza ko nashyiramo abantu bose.
I was meaning not the team ya uzakoresha nandi kuvuga abagenerwa bikorwa yego
nabo ni bose mu by'ukuri yego kuko niba hari ubutumwa buvuye muri Minisiteri y'Uburezi bugenewe abana batoya zadukora dukinamico tumeze nko twitetero.
Okay, in the question are you thinking about partnerships with government institutions cyangwa NGOs mu bijyanye no creating a content kuko your specialty if I understand well is creating the content but also delivering the content, yes? Now, mugugufasha gukora content. What's your plan on that?
Umbajije kijyanye n'aba partnership abantu tuzakorana numvishe neza. abantu tunekereza ko twazakorana ni ibigo bigiye bitandukanye kuko urumva niba ari ubutumwa runaka ikigo runaka gishaka kungeza reka wenda dufate nk'ikibazo cy'ibidukikije. Hari umuspeaker uherutse kuzana tubwira ko mu myaka 20 nitudakora ibintu dukwiye kuba twakora abana twebwe tuzabyara bashobora kuzagira ikibazo cy'ikirere kitari cyiza. So rero wenda dukoranye na IUCN dukoranye hanyuma tugakora wenda ikinamico ijyanye n'uburyo wenda twazamura gahunda ya n'utema kimwe gitera bibiri, gahunda y'uko tugomba kwita ku bidukikije, kuvomerera, kumenya ngo imyanda ndayita ahangaha ibora nitabora. Mbese mu by'ukuri partnership ntago yabura, ariko mu by'ukuri akenshi partnership izagikorwa bitewe n'umuntu runaka ushatse kumikira nakwandika. Murakoze.
Rusibite
Ni byiza.
amakuru
Meza yawe.
nanjye ni meza. Nanjye mfite utubazo tubiri. Ikibazo cya mbere, ufite umushinga mwiza ariko uwo mushinga hari abandi bantu bafite umushinga nk'uwo wawe hano hanze kandi bari ku isoko bari gukorera amafaranga muri ubwo buryo. Ese wowe ni iki gishyashya uzaba uzanye kugira ngo ubashe kuba wabitinga iyo competition ufite hanze?
Ndabizi ko hari amakompani menshi n'amashirika nakozemo na sakwe barahari, ariko ikintu gitandukanye ngiye kuzana mu gihugu nuko wenda urugero bo basanzwe baduhereza ikinamico. Nk'iyo ngiye kuri codinga mu ndamutsa ngenda bampereza script ngakira ukore, ariko nge ntekereza ko no man is an island. Hari nk'abantu tuzadukora nuko nzankora casting y'igihe kinini gishoboka kugira ngo nzana muntu koko mbona atari uje gukina gusa ahubwo ufite n'ibitekerezo yagira icyo amfasha. So uniqueness yanjye nuko tuzambasha gukorana kugira collaboration n'abakozi banjye, abakozi tuzaba turimo gukorana nyine dukorana ama script. Epui ikindi nuko nta company nimwe ifite gukora radio drama TV series ginakore community theaters.
Murakoze. Ikibazo cya kabiri mfite ni kuri ku mushinga ubwawo, ngira ngo ni nabyo bari bakubajije imbere. Urebye ku isoko ni gute uzajya ubona abakiriya? Ego urumva niba hari abo bantu bose bakora ibintu nk'ibyawe ufite uniqueness yego, ariko se ni gute wowe uzajya ubona abakiriya? Uhita unakenjanishiriza no kutubwira ese uwo mushinga wawe ukeneye amafaranga angahe kugira ngo ube executed?
Murakoze. Reka mbere ku kintu cyo kugira ngo mbone uko nabona abakiriya. Uburyo nabonamo abakiriya, ntekereza ko kuba narageze hano nkaba ndi muri bootcamp nagiye mpura n'abantu benshi ibigo bigiye bitandukanye, harimo n'ikigo na mentioninze gishinzwe kwita ku bidukikije, harimo HDI, harimo ibigo bigiye bitandukanye. So urumva rero kandi nakoze connection nabo, urumva hari abakiriya numva muri nge n'ubwo wenda ntawe umenye ko ejo bucya yitwa, ariko muri nge numva ko mfite abakiriya deje. Et puis niba koko ugiye kuri market nk'umuntu uzi kudakora monopoly, you have to go look for them. So nzanjye nanjye kubegera. Ikindi kibazo cya kabiri ni cyo ko amafaranga natangiza umbwiye ngo budget runaka, kuko ntago najyamo ngo nkore imibare neza ku buryo namenya ngo calculations nyene ni izi ngizi. Gusa ntekereza ko uri hagati ya miliyoni 25 na 30 kugira ngo utangire hanyuma ube wanakomeza.
Murakoze cyane.
Murakoze nawe.
Nimero yanyu ni kangahe?
Nimero 3.
Mwaramutse.
Mwaramutse neza.
Yego. Nitwa Nicole, narutse muri Bank ya Kigali.
Mwaramutse. Je nitwa Dadi, nanjye nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Mwaramutse. Nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko business development.
Murakoze. Nanjye nitwa Ikirezi Musoni Kevin, kandi nimero 10.
Kevin. Turakwakiriye. Twaje kumva umushinga wawe, batubwiye ko ari mwiza cyane. Urugano rwawe. Uratubwira n'izina ryawo niba umushinga wawe ufite izina?
Okay, ntago ufite izina riri specific navuga ngo ni iringiri, ariko reka nangire mbabwire presentation yanjye kuko nizera ko izina ni ikintu kiri marketable cyane ku buryo ntapfa kuyiha brand akakanya nkeneye support irushijeho. Rero birambabaza kubona umubyeyi uvuye kwa muganga ahagaze kuri bus stop atazi ngiraza ryari cyangwa se iri bucaho yuzuye cyangwa se nta uncertainty iri hagati aho ngaho. Irambabaza cyane kuba umuntu yatega moto cyangwa se ubundi buryo kugira ngo ajye muri gare, still kugira ngo atege bus, kandi hari amarete menshi yaciyeho ashobora guhagarara akarindira. Ariko the uncertainty igatuma transport cost yacu yiyongera. Nkanjye nk'urubyiruko ntago nk'uko tubizi
abenshi muri twe nibwo tukirangiza amashuri yisumbuye, njyewe personally nibwo nkirangiza. Rero iyo transport cost kuba yiyongera kandi uba ufite opportunity menshi ushobora kubona kandi ukaba utayabona udafite iyo transport kuko nta kazi ufite, nta hantu hari income ubona. Naratekereje ni iki nakora njye nk'urubyiruko kugira ngo nkemure icyo kibazo. Nibwo natekereje haramutse habayeho website, hakabaho na application either kuri iOS na Android, hakabaho na USSD, uburyo ushobora kuba wabukinga tike yawe kuri arrete yawe. Ni ukuvuga ngo niba bus iri buhaguruke muri gare saa 9 bakakubwira iragera kuri arrete yawe mu minota 40, ubwo ni saa 9:40, ariko biragusaba ko ubukinga tike mbere ya saa 9 igira buhagurukire. Nkuko leta iri kudushishikariza gukoresha public transport, ntabwo rero umuntu yareka gukoresha private transport afite kandi azi neza yuko public itari certain, ntabwo uzi igihe, ntabwo uzi iraza ryari. Rero ubwo buryo buzatuma umuntu aba certain ko bus ari bugenda akayibona kandi bus ikamuca ituzuye harimo place ye, bizatuma twese dushishikarizwa gukoresha public transport, turinde ikirere cyacu nk'uko aricyo kigamijwe mbere ya byose. Kandi nanjye ku giti cyanjye nzunguka biciye muri iyo website kuko uzajya wishyura extra fees iri proportionate na cost ya transport ugomba kwishyura. Ntago izaba ari nini ku buryo utabasha kuyikoresha. Abakozi nzakoresha ni benshi, harimo abazamfasha kuba na creatinga izo website no kuzikurikirana, and n'ayo ma agence nzakorana nayo ari muri transport yose agiye atandukanye kugira ngo bigende neza. Icyo bizatanga urumva bizasavinga time ku muntu udafite ububasha bwo kuba yabona amafaranga yo kuba yakoresha indi transport yihuta. Time savingwe, niba ari ikintu ukora ugikore vuba, kandi nibyo leta iri kudushishikariza tubishyire mu bikorwa. Ayo ma agence azahabwa imbaraga zo kuba yakinvestinga mu kongera amabisi kuko bari kubona ko abagana public transport bari kwiyongera. Ikibazo cy'amabisi aba makeya kizagabanuka kuko abantu bazigana baziyongera. Bizongera n'uburyo buri cashless niba ariko nabyita, kuko igihugu kiri kugana kuri cashless economy aho tudakoresha amafaranga cyane, nubwo tap and go yabikemuye ariko yo izaza no ikemura birushijeho n'ikibazo cya time management. Ikindi nk'uko nyine bari kudushishikariza public transport kugira ngo twirinde climate change, buri wese azaba atanze umusanzu mu buryo bwe kugira ngo twirinde ikibazo cya climate change kitari cyiza.
Murakoze. Uyu mushinga ko ari mwiza cyane, ni wowe witekerereje cyangwa hari uwo gutekerereje?
Honestly speaking, ni ibintu nahuye nabyo hano ntuye, nuriye ibitaro. Ujya ubona ibitaro bya Kibagabaga, ujya ubona nk'umubyeyi avuye kubyara ari kubabara, amerewe nabi, ahagaze kuri bus stop, bus hariya nyinshi zicaho zuzuye, ntazi ngo aragenda gute. Byarambabaje cyane, ndavuga se ni iki ngiye nakora. Ngirirwa ubuntu bwo kuzamo imishanda, ndavuga let me pitch it.
Wow, that's nice. Muri uwo mushinga uzaba ushinzwe iki wowe? Uzakora nkande?
Mainly coordination. Okay, nize computer science muri secondaire, ariko I won't say ko I'm an expert muri bino bintu. Ariko what I will do ni nko guhuza, nibagiye kumentioninga ko nzakorana na AC Group Limited kuko yo izi ibintu byirushijeho kuri transport, ni nakora tap and go n'ibindi nk'ibyo. Rero bazamfasha kujya cyo nzakorana nko coordinating ukuntu bigenda no guhuza abantu bagiye batandukanye izo agence kugira ngo nyine ibintu bigende neza. Ikindi nibagiye kuvuga, ayo ma agence kuko azaba ari kuri website imwe, buri wese azaba yahawe urubuga rwo kuvuga ikintu abona kitagenda neza. Niba badatanga serivisi nziza, niba hari abo bafavoriza, byose bizajya bijya ku karubanda kuko uzajya kuri website ubone reviews buri wese yagiye atanga. Bifashe izo website kuba zakora akazi kabo neza byirushijeho, kandi na competition iri hagati y'amagence yiyongere kuko competition yongera efficiency z'izo agence, bakore neza kurushaho.
Urakoze umushinga wawe mwiza. Ikibazo mfite ni ku bijyanye n'iyo technology. Abantu benshi bakoresha ziriya public transport ntabwo baba bafite access kuri technology cyane ku buryo baba bafite ama smartphones bose ku buryo ba booking izo tickets. Now hari ikintu wigeze utekereza ku buryo noneho urabona nk'ubu abo ba tap and go bafite ahantu ugenda bagashyiraho amafaranga, ntabwo waba warigeze utekereza kuba waba ufite aba agent nawe bafasha abo bagenzi kuri za bus stops?
Okay, murakoze. Nk'uko nabivuze hari USSD kuba wakoresha momo cyangwa ubundi buryo. Ni ukuvuga ngo nk'uko leta yamaze kunshira inzira niko nabyita, kuko bashishikarije cashless economy, aho buri wese muri make afite momo, afite uburyo yakoresha momo akaba yapayinga. Rero hariho n'uburyo bwa USSD. I guess nasubije ne
ikibazo yakubajije. Uzaba ushinzwe nzi ko mugara kuzaba uri boss.
I'll partner with a lot of people. Rero probably I won't be the boss, like the main boss financially.
You're not the main boss, but the boss.
Financially not.
Okay. Ikibazo ngiye nshaka kubaza ni kubijyanye ikimwe yakibajije kijyanye ngo ese n'abantu bangahe bazakoresha iyo platform. Uvuze ESSD, very good. Yindi question ifite partnership na uzakorana na AC group, yes? Okay. So AC group isanzwe ifite partnership n'ama bus companies. Okay. Kugira ngo numve neza ibyo wavuze, ushaka gukora application cyangwa web app izaza ifasha abantu kumenya schedule ya buses basically. Irahaguruka muri gare ryari, iragera kuri bus stop ndiho ryari. Yes?
No, the point is uzajya kuri website and then hazaba hariho either ushaka kujya Gikondo, ushaka kujya uzavuga aho uri and your destination, and then bakwereke hari iri buhaguruke this time and then weho ustatinge like bus stop uriho cyangwa se arrêté uriho, and then bakulocating bakubwire irakugeraho in this time. Niba uhisemo ya saa 9 irakugeraho in this time. Rero they won't show buri bus ngo kwerekana buri bus uko iri bugende. Niba ndi gusobanura neza.
Okay, so impamvu nembaje kino kibazo ibyo i system izikora gutyo nzi, let's say in Europe, ndi kuri bus stop runaka, it has a code. I can write the code yiyo bus stop muri app, and then bakanyereka amabus ari buze kuhanyura n'igihe ahagerera na linye iziba zirimo, sibyo? So now kugira ngo iyo umenye iyo minota aho bus igeze, there is like a GPS device biri muri bus. So and that brings costs, you know. Kugira ngo umenye bus ahantu igeze nigeza kuhagerera, igomba kuba ifite GPS kugira ngo bamenye ahantu igeze. So now that has a more cost ya GPS. Ese abantu muzakorana ninde who investment wise ninde nimba rabitekerejeho, ninde uzishyura cost ya ma devices agomba kuba ari muri bus kugira ngo mumenye ahantu igeze?
Okay, thank you. That's a long run. Ni nk'ibizaba n'ibyo nzakora in the long run, nayo bifite muri gahunda, ariko for the meantime nahisemo kuba estimatinga the time, harimo igihe imara ihagarara mu nzira, harimo na traffic ihura nayo mu nzira, byose bakabibariramo. Ariko that time according to the income zaba narabonye and uburyo yarabaye successful, I think I'll be the one to invest, nkatanga izo GPS because ninjye byungukira. The fee will be mine.
Over the income, let's say you get money nko mu kwezi kwa gatanu n'urugero cyangwa mu kwa gatandatu, are you ready to start on that project? As in, noneho ikindi kibazo ni how much do you expect in terms of revenues over, let's say, umwaka wa mbere? Ubaze umunsi uzatangira wabonye amafaranga, we expecting a revenues ingana gute mu mezi 12 azakurikira?
Okay, thank you. My first of all, the first 5 months will be the months yo kuba nakora the application, the app, the website, the USSD, finding the connections with those agencies. Those are the 5 months bamaye amafaranga, and then nyuma y'amezi 5 nibwo natangira. Ubwo gutangira there will be marketing and different things that will help people to know that there is that program that started. Rero, in the first 3 months, I don't expect like ko nzabona abakiriya benshi cause hagomba kubaho marketing and all that kugira abantu babimenye birushijeho. Even though mvuye muri iyi platform, ntabwo ariko buri wese akurikirana projet ya buri wese wavuyemo aha ngaha. And then after those 3 months, you're going to expecting ko the income izaba iri kugenda yigeneratinga. I can't estimate ngo in a year ndi intending aya ngaya. Ariko it's a feasible thing, nizera ko izatanga amafaranga kuko ni ikintu leta ishyigikiye, public transport, kandi ni ikintu ndi ku expose ku banyarwanda bose. Thank you.
Investment yawe wumva yakora uwo mushinga ingana nka gute amafaranga ushaka?
Okay, first of all, narebye kuri website, as I told you, need a computer science. Narebye kuba habaho web design and all that, tubiteranyije. Nabaze the cost zansaba for the employees bazajya muri ayo agencies kugira ngo bakurikirane neza. Nabonye ko ari between 10M and 15M. Yeah.
Murakoze cyane.
Murakoze nawe.
Mwaramutse.
Ko bukeye cyane.
Murakoze.
Wabonye akazi muri banki? Iyo gahunda.
Ndagategereje.
Okay. Turajyana. Nitwa Nicole, nurutse muri Bank ya Kigali. Nishimiye kujyana nawe.
Murakoze.
Nanjye nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko business development.
Murakoze. Nanjye nitwa Leila Franka Kalila, ndi nimero 23. Mu gutangira, you'll allow me to ask Nicole a question. So,
okay.
I expect women niwe tugura cyane ibikoresho byo mu rugo. If you allow me to ask you, bar y'isabune isigaye igura ngahe?
Nkundi yitwa Popiko igura 200.
Okay. Niyo tubizi neza isabune mbere yaguraga amafaranga 500. So, njye natekereje on a project nise I wash yo gukora amasabune, multi-purpose soaps, bath soaps and hotel soaps. Nayikoze answering 5 questions ziri pending. Icyambere, I wanted to answer to gusubiza ikibazo cy'ihenda ry'amasabune. Amasabune asigaye agura 1,000. I want to reduce on the price of soaps. Secondly, natekereje ku bintu bitanu. Sustainability, my budget, ikintu isam benefiting into the whole society, its implementation and a little bit of innovation. Let me show you some of the pictures. This is my whole project. I will explain it and you'll help me look at it. So, starting, I will produce liquid soaps. Producing a liquid soaps to Koresh, I will use 3 machines for mixing and 1 of storage. And I will be producing bar soaps in production. And I also thought about the packaging and branding. And here in packaging and branding, bar soaps that are packed in boxes, ishobora containing 32 bar soaps. So, how will it benefit me and how will it benefit the society? Firstly, I am the youth. Turi guhangana n'ikibazo cya unemployment. Nje ndaba mfite akazi. Firstly, nzaba mbonye akazi. Secondly, nzaba ngiye guproviding akazi to my fellows. Zatanga akazi. And ikindi, I will distribute the soaps ku mabotike cyane kuko niho nisanga cyane kandi niho numva nshaka kugabanya the problem of the higher prices. And ikindi, I will not be working alone. I will have a large team, and I forgot I'm a high school graduate. Kandi nago mfite a lot of experience. Niyo mpamvu I thought of yuko if I get your support, yuko employing abandi. And I have a budget which is among 10 million and 20 million. harimo rent, hakabamo buying machines. And about the machines, I thought of helping n'abandi bantu, cyane cyane abantu bakora mu Gakinjiro. Some of the machines barazigira, nkumva ariho nazigurira. And some of the ingredients zikoreshwa mu producing amasoaps harimo oil, hakabamo if I get it well, harimo sugar, harimo color, harimo flavors, byose n'ama mixer, kandi some of them we were found mu Rwanda. Numva ko I can base my project mu Rwanda, and nyuma yaho twazaza kwaguka with your help and your support, twazaza kwaguka akaba ari bwo twazaza tugera no hanze tukazana mashini yaho ndetse n'andi flavors yaho. And it's sustainability, nagari business izaza ngo imare umunsi umwe ihita ivaho, ni business izamara igihe kirekire with the help and support ikazajya growing, izatangira ahantu hatoya ariko igende igrowinga. And I think if I have answered all my questions, the sustainability naivuze ko atari izamara igihe gitoya, and of course I've talked about my budget and it will be how it will benefit me and the society, and its implementation. I will start with the hotels. With some hotels, I have talked to some hotels and some saunas where I'll start delivering. And its little bit of innovation is that I want to reduce on the price of soaps. Thank you.
Okay. Ndumva ari umushinga mwiza, nzaho umukiriya wa mbere. Ikintu nishimiye ni uko ari isabune yo mu Rwanda. Siko tubwiye? Kuki utayise izina ry'ikinyarwanda?
Okay, sincerely speaking, I was still thinking of the name. Nuko wenda the project name itwa I Wash, ariko obviously kuko nayibasinze mu Rwanda nijya no gushinga izina branding izaba ari ryo mu Rwanda.
Okay. Hanyuma ikijyanye n'ibiciro. Ibiciro biri ku isoko birimo ibintu byinshi, harimo transport, harimo labor, harimo cost ya raw material n'ibiki byose. Ni iki kizatuma iyawe ihenduka ugereranyije n'izabandi?
Okay, ikintu numva cyambere kizatuma ihenduka nuko, as I said, raw materials nzaba nzikura mu Rwanda, kandi transport ugera iyo ukorana n'abantu nkuko tubiza rigendo uburanguza. Rero iyo uranguza nk'umuntu ukuzanira retailer cyangwa umusupplier, okay, narebye no kuri side y'aba suppliers, umusupplier mushobora kugirana an agreement akakugabanyiriza ku giciro ariko mukagirana a day to day interaction.
Natekereje projet mu Kinyarwanda yise ngo uramesa byaba ari ibindi. Shaka kubaza raw materials ubwa uzakora mu Rwanda ni zose ko amacolorant n'ama flavors n'ibyo byose ntago mu Rwanda bihari, right?
About the little bit of research nakoze, nabonye ko about the soap nshaka gukora some of them zirahari, sugar, flavors, mixer, ko zihari.
Okay. Ikindi ni in terms of marketing, so haraba turi gushaka product innovative, sibyo? So ni byiza ko ufite umushinga wo gukora isabune ikoreye mu Rwanda n'ibikora bituruka mu Rwanda. Byo ni cyiza cyane. Ariko hari umwe, babiri, batatu cyangwa abandi bantu babikora, sibyo? Cyangwa bari kugerageza kubikora. Wowe umwihariko ufite n'uwuhe, sibyo? Cya kabiri, numvishe ufite gahunda kuzaza uzikora ugakora na distribution. Mu kupanga umushinga wabishyizemo ko ari ukuzikora gusa, hanyuma ugashaka abandi bantu baranguza cyangwa bakaza babikora ibyo, wowe ugahugira mu gukora isabune gusa, noneho ibyo kujya kuzicuruza bigaharirwa abandi. Icyo nicyo kibazo nari mfite arakoze.
Okay. Numva ko I can work n'ama distribution companies if I'm right, tukazajya dufatanya mu kubikora, kandi nge kubera ko ntago ari business isi itangira ngo itizamuka akakanya, I had thought of doing an indoor distribution. Wenda nkahera muri personal I'm a Christian, abantu dusengana nkazajya nyibaselingaho n'abandi bantu bo hanze, noneho uko izajya igenda izamuka akaba ari tuzajya twongera n'uburyo bwo kuyidistributinga. Ariko mu gutangira nazajya nkora an indoor to door, noneho nkanakorana n'abantu bakora distribution bakazajya bazingereza ahandi bakazibitailinga.
Lera, isabune yawe izabigura ngahe? Umuti w'isabune.
Okay, that is something I had forgotten. Isabune, umuti w'isabune uzajya ugura 850. Noneho muri ama liquid soaps ayo nzajya deliveringa mu mahoteli no mu masabuna, akabido kazajya kagura 2,000.
Okay, urakoze. Ku bijyanye n'amasabune ntekereza yuko bigenda bigira quality zitandukanye. Ese wowe bitewe na production cost yawe numva ishobora kuba iri munsi yayo 850 kuri quality noneho y'iyo sabune izaba ari sabune umuntu yameshesha icyumweru, yakoga icyumweru, cyangwa se umunsi umwe igashira, kuko hari ukuntu yabihendutse ariko ikaba nanone ikora igihe gito. So sinzi rero kuri quality, gira icyo tubwira kuri quality y'iyo sabune. Urakoze.
Kuko nta kintu nabandi gukora mbaye nkora ibintu bidafite quality. Rero ndashaka ko biba ari ibintu bifite quality ariko bifite a low price ariko binafite quality, birastinga igihe kirekire.
Warabibaza usanga yabiguhagaza ngahe iyo sabune ya 850?
Yaba
kuyikora wowe byagutwara amafaranga ngahe?
Kuyikora byose hamwe, like the whole budget.
The whole budget ya project, yes, nayo yitubwire, ariko navugaga one product, umuti w'isabune umwe uzajya ugurisha 850, wowe ntabwo urabibara ngo umenye ngo uzaye gutwara aya naya?
Okay, sincerely speaking, I haven't counted kugira ngo, ariko nari mfite a whole budget. Ubwo from the whole budget I can derive uko buri muti w'isabune production yayo yazajya ibara.
Okay, nangahe rero the whole budget?
Budget yanjye iri from 10 million to 20 million.
Okay.
We're still developing. Thank you.
Urakoze cyane Elia.
Urakoze.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good.
How was your night?
It was okay.
You are kind of scared, why?
Yes, I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
It's the first time for me to actually come here, so it's a little bit frustrating, but I'll manage.
Okay. What can we do to help you? To feel comfortable? Smile.
Yes.
Oh, that's our aim today.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Thank
My name is Nicole. I'm from Bank of Kigali.
Yes.
Aramutse neza
Yego.
cyane.
Eh?
Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko business development.
Thank you. Nanjye nitwa Kayumba Darina, nkaba ndi contestant number 25. And before we start, let me first tell you about myself, my dream. So, which is to become one of the greatest TV show presenter in the country, or why not the world. And I believe that being a TV show hostess, you can change people's lives by sharing their stories to the world. And basically awareness, of course, and without leaving myself behind as the presenter, of course. So I decided to link my Beauty with a Purpose project called Challenge Rwanda with my ultimate dream career. And so first of all, let me explain to you my Beauty with a Purpose project. It's called Challenge Rwanda, as I've stated, which will be an after-school program for secondary students in rural area in Rwanda, which aims to equip them with real-world experiences and expose them to a world of opportunities. And this is how the challenge will work. So we will be working with different businesses near these schools. For instance, like I've stated it before, imagine Darina. I myself, I own a beauty salon, let's say in a Mashike district. Maybe I'm facing an issue of low sales. And so we will try to turn this issue into a challenge for these students. And these students will try to compete, and we will try to see who is going to come up with the best innovative solution. And they will either get an internship or a scholarship to pursue their education. Yes. And this will definitely solve two things. It will remove a gap between schools and local businesses, and second, it will equip them with the knowledge that they won't get anywhere else. And so in order to highlight their exposure in terms of their skills and capacities for the whole world to see, I will start a TV show. And luckily for me, I have an amazing content, and my show will be called The All to All Show. And
Yes, I will be exposing these students. Of course, we will be doing some partnership. They will come on my show. We will be doing some general knowledge games, and they will be basically showing to the world what they're good at. And yes, and I, as the presenter, I will be earning through different ways, through views, through me advertising for different brands, and so on, me hosting different shows. Basically, I hope to partner up with, no, I actually believe that they will let me partner up with them, or a BA, because if I have an amazing content, and I know I do, I will definitely get that partnership. Second, I will also be hosting different concerts. Of course, people will have to pay in order to actually enter, and I will be working with different artists, but mainly female artists. Third, later on, I will also create a website, well, the All-to-All Show, the website, for my show, and I will be basically showing the profiles of these students on whatever they're skilled at, but they have to actually have finished high school. Let's say when they're doing, let's say, their national exams, after finishing it, their profiles will be on the website on whatever they're good at, and this will enable these businesses to actually locate them in a much easier way, and depending on what these businesses need. Yes, and the last point, I'll first start off with 3 schools in rural areas, of course, and we'll be doing site visitations, clubs, and so on. And of course, I will have to work with, because of transportation expenses, I will have to work with Volcano Express through the sponsorship, of course, and so this will give these students the exposure they need and opportunities and support from not only businesses but also these strong organizations. And so the main goal here, Challenge Rwanda, is going to work to address this issue by providing quality educational programming for rural school students. Thank you.
So I insisted on asking the first question. First of all, I'm a big fan of extracurricular activities. And 2, I'm also a big fan of anything that is intellectual, and which is what you're trying to do. So I really love your project. I have 2 questions, just to be sure I got you right. Is the TV, the series you're trying to do, they'll be on TV, and then you're trying to work with.
Yes, so they're going to be on TV, that's first. But second, mainly because no one uses TV, and no one watches TV anymore, not the majority, especially the youth. So I'm trying to do also make it online, so on YouTube. Because most of the time you find that people are only on the internet, you know, just scrolling and everything. So mainly I want to focus on YouTube. Okay, so
you're having activities with students, and it's going to be aired on TV or put online. Okay?
Yes, it's going to be. But as I said, the definition is all in its name. It's called the All-to-All Show. So we'll be doing different activities. I myself doing different activities, but mainly I will.
Can you give an example of 1 or 2 activities?
Yes, definitely. As I said, general knowledge games. So these students, depending on whatever they're good at, let's say one is into fashion, but mainly, as I said, I will be focusing in rural area students. So if this student is into fashion, they will come, do some creation. We will give them the exposure, and people will start seeing what they're good at. If this student is more into singing, she will come, she will sing, and she will inspire other, let's say, other artists to work with her or him. If they're into STEM, they will also depict their talents.
Okay, so another thing about your project, I don't think there's anything like that currently. So that's something new. And maybe a last question is, in terms of finances, what's your business model? How will you be making money? Let's say you get an investment from PK and other sponsors, but once you start running the business, how do you ensure that you keep getting more money? Yes.
So basically what I need is a good content, being creative every day. And I do believe that I have that, of course. And so how am I going to get money? That's why I base myself on online or using YouTube. Because when you monetize, you actually get income. So depending on the views and the exposure, and I do, because I'm actually a social media influencer, so the views won't be a problem. Yes. The views won't be a problem, and so I will be getting money through that and also through concerts, because people that will come to see these concerts will actually have to pay. And I will also, as I said, I will also have the help of some artists, strong artists, due to my connection or to Miss Rwanda connections. And I do believe that I will be getting a lot of money and through other ideas since I'm really innovative and creative. Yes.
Thank you so much. That is a great
Thank you.
project. And I have 2 questions. One is, what is the budget that you need to execute your project? The second one is thinking about the show itself. I think, have you ever thought about making it live so that maybe people can come in the show instead of only seeing the show on TV or something like that? And if you have thought about it, what is your team will look like? How many jobs you will create?
So, first of all, according to finance, because I will have to need a studio, we will be doing, site visits. These students coming from rural areas, coming here, it's kind of like a lot of money. So I estimate maybe from 9 million to 10 million. Yes. Second, the show, basically, I will be innovative, as I said. Sometimes we will be doing live shows, maybe on Instagram. Some we will be doing it on YouTube, which will be pre-recorded. It's only going to depend on the content. And thirdly, I forgot your question. Yeah?
The question was about the team.
Okay, yes.
How many people you think
Yes,
you are going
yes.
to...
Yes, so because according to my project, we will have different clubs depending on whatever field these students want to focus on. So let's say if we want to focus on STEM, let's call it Club A, we will have to have a trainer. So how will we get those trainers or those volunteers? Because we will need volunteers, trainers, and of course, as I said, I wanted to make it more visible. I will be working with businesses who will try to challenge these students. So how will we get these volunteers or trainers? We will actually get them through social media. First of all, we'll get them through social media. University students are really, really capable, and we will also be lifting them up. And of course, we will have to pay these trainers. Yes, there is a certain amount that we're going to set. And yeah, basically that's it. Because the social media, the marketing part, I got that covered. And as the business expands, also the staff will definitely expand.
Yeah, by expanding the business, how do you see it in, let's say, 5 years?
Definitely. So my business, I see it, as I said, I really want to become a TV show hostess, so I really dream big. I want my show to be as Oprah. Yes, I'm dreaming big. So I really want it to be really wide, to have a content creator, to have basically a really huge staff, camera guys, and all of that. And also, these camera people will be these students. So I'm actually preparing them, training them for the real world, so that they will also have this experience, and those that want to work here will definitely have that opportunity. Yes.
Daniela, all the best. The
Thank
sky is
you.
the limit.
Thank you very much. It's Darina. Darina.
Dahila, okay.
Yes, thank you.
What's your favorite TV show host?
Oprah Winfrey. Yes.
mwaramutse
Mwaramutse neza.
yego
Karibu.
mwakoze
Nitwa Nicole, mvuye muri Banki ya Kigali.
yego
Mwaramutse neza.
mwaramutse
Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Banki ya Kigali.
Mwaramutse.
yego
Nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko business development.
mwakoze nitwa Kazeneza Marie Merci, nkaba mfite nimero 26. Umushinga wanjye nijyanye n'uburezi bushingiye ku ikoranabuhanga witwa Smart Hub. Ikaba nkuko tubizi, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. So if I want to give my contribution, I have first to start by giving my contribution to the education. So education is my passion, but ntabwo ari ibyo nize ariko nibyo nkunda. So my project is about creating a gamification platform that is based on learning. And I'm going to be using the projector to show how my application works. And it is called gamification because it is the curriculum that is changed to a game. So the problem statement ni uko abantu ntabwo bakunda kwiga. So iyo ubajije abana bose usanga iyo agiye ku ishuri akenshi it's very boring, ntabwo bakunda kwiga, class sessions ziba ziri bored, ntabwo babikunda. So my solution is to make learning an enjoyable lifestyle in the society. As you can see here, this is the front page when you open the web app. It will come you as every
platform. Uhitamo. You can choose to use English, French, or Kinyarwanda. You log in with your email and password. Hari aho baguhereza aho wakwinjiza every information kugira ngo creating a account. So this is the problem statement. As I said, it's unpleasant class session, low engagement of students during class session, lack of motivation during class, lack of enjoyment during class session, and the connection between facilitators and students in different locations after classes. The solution is based on the research that I did. In a quasi-experiment at the Norwegian University Science and Technology, 384 students at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology online game based on learning was compared to using a paper quiz and simple polling system called Clicker. So ukurikije uko abantu bakora quiz iyo bayikoze muri gamification style niho abantu bayikunda cyane kandi ugasanga abanyeshuri bari engaged muri class kurusha uko wakoresha paper. So my idea is already in action. I already started using this application. This gamification platform, let me show how the front page look like. It's not only about national curriculum, it's also how Cambridge system or maybe Montessori. The good thing about this application, you can modify it. Primary, TVET, kindergarten, where you will find videos zajya zifasha abana batoya mu kwiga batarinze bajya kuri YouTube kuko ikibazo cyagaragaye kuri YouTube iyo umwana ariho birashoboka ko yareba izindi video zitamugenewe. So aramutse akoresheje iyi platform byamufasha kubona izo video zimufitiye akamaro gusa. Hariho secondary school, hakabaho smart hub ariho wasanga general knowledge n'abarangije kwiga bashaka kwihugura bajye basubira inyuma bajye bakoresha application kugira ngo bige. Hakaba hariho ask me imeze nka Google. But the good thing is that it will give you information only about what you asked. So here, tubi inyuma gatoya ndamutse nkoresheje nshaka gufungura bimwe muri ibi ngibi ninjiye kuri primary. Iyo ufunguye primary, what you see, you select your class. There is P1 kugeza kuri P6. You select, you enter, then uinjira mu gihembwe. Iyo umaze kugera kuri class na lesson, ufungura igihembwe ushaka ukareba na isomo ushaka kwiga, hariho quiz. Aha rero niho hari za gamification style, ntabwo bakubaza mu buryo busanzwe, ubazwa nk'uri gukora game. And nkoresheje smart hub yo ikoreshwa na company, aho muri presentation ushobora kwingaginga audience kugira ngo babashe kusubiza. Umuntu uri gupresenta arashobora kubaza ikibazo abantu bose nk'abantu 20 bagasubiriza icyarimwe, presenter agahitamo ibisubizo byabo batarinze bafata umwanya wose wo kubabaza ngo batange igitekerezo cyabo. You just share the code, bose bagasubiza, and then presenter akabona ibisubizo byabo. Here there's a video. I guess someone can assist. Oh, here. This video shows how this platform works. This is when you enter the website. As I explained, you see the front page. Ibi ni bigaragaza ibyo wabona uramutse ufunguye ugahitamo aho ushaka kwinjira. This is when we enter Smart Hub. Harimo quiz na buzzer. Izi quiz zifite aho zihuriye na curriculum y'u Rwanda. Ndamutse nkoranye na Mediation, iyo baguhaye content dufata za quizzes ya content twayihinduramo game akaba ariyo bakoresha. So izi ni quiz umwarimu aba yashizeho, uhitamo iyo ushaka bitewe na lesson ugiye gukoresha, and then here we are going to start the quiz. Ubu nibwo buryo quiz zikozemo, bikoze mu mikino, ntabwo ari ukubaza nk'ibisanzwe kugira ngo abantu babashe kubikunda bakiga babikunze. Murabona ibi ngibi bijyanye n'amateka y'u Rwanda, aho babaza umunyeshuri agasubiza. Hari iminota baba baguhaye, iyo utinze kiragenda. And ikiza cyabyo nuko iyo urangije baguhereza amanota ukareba uko wa performance, and then bakagusubiza n'ibisubizo wishe bakaba babona answers. This is the second video, but it shows about the other presentation navuze ya corporate companies bakoresha for us to take kugira bitadufata umwanya, I guess. So here is the thing. Ahangaha bakwereka code nifashishije Miss Rwanda. This is the space you can join. Turashobora kwita Miss Rwanda, mukamenya ko topic ari Miss Rwanda tugiye kuvugaho. And then I create a code, nkayiba sharinga mwese. Akaba ariyo mukoresha kugira mu joining space mutaza kwibeshya mukajoining ibindi by'abandi. Urabona ko signs ziriho ntago ari 1 2 3 ni signs za games bakoresha. There is heart, diamond. Ibyo tusanzwe tumenyereye mu makarita. Kuchina, it makes sense for it to be more fun. So to be quick, I want to show how I can make money. There's a payment page igaragaza uko abantu bashobora kwishyuzwa. Hari uburyo wakwishyura ukoresheje mobile money, hari uburyo wakwishyura ukoresheje visa cards. Uburyo bwose bwarapanzwe ugakurikiza amabwiriza aho ngaho ngira ngo byose biragaragara. And then here ni bigaragaza my clients. Abakiriya banjye n'abanyeshuri nkuko tubizi ni benshi cyane mu Rwanda n'ahandi hose bashaka gukoresha iyi application. Amafaranga make umuntu yakwishura ku giti cye yakwishyura 1,000. Ku banyeshuri turamutse dufashe miliyoni 1. Abanyeshuri ikigaragaza abantu bakoresha internet mu Rwanda ni 26%. Uramutse ufashe muri abo ngabo ugafata miliyoni 1 ugakuba amafaranga 800 bishyuye ku kwezi yakwinjiza 800,000. Wafata umuntu ku giti cyawe n'amashuri hakabaho discount kuko ari amashuri yishyuriye abana. Wafata umuntu ku giti cye yakwishyura 1,000. That's 1 billion per month. This application can be extended igakoreshwa na muri East Africa n'abandi bose n'abanyarwanda ba diaspora nabo tubashizemo n'undi wese wakwifuza kwikoresha urumva ko imibare igenda yiyongera. So this is the interface and the design of the whole platform. So if I get a chance to win this, I guess I'll be contributing to education. Ikaba byafasha n'abantu kubona akazi. Abo nkoresha ni n'aba web developers n'aba designers. This is the reference of the research that I made. Yeah, and my personal contacts and information. Thank you.
Kazineza, this is amazing.
Thank you.
I have a few questions. Icyambere, is it off-the-shelf software cyangwa it's developed by like a team of people here?
Here.
Is it like an off-the-shelf? Like is it a software ugura and then you customize it? Cyangwa you actually develop it from scratch?
I develop it.
You develop
with a team. I have a team
from scratch.
Yes.
Which platform did you use?
I'm not an IT, but I actually use IT. I pay them to do this.
Okay. You don't know which technology they use. Okay. That's fine. So I don't know of any platform imeze gutya mu Rwanda. So I would take this as a new thing. So it's very good. Icya kabiri mu bijyanye n'amafaranga wavuze uburyo umunyeshuri umwe ashaka kuzaza yishyura amafaranga 800 hanyuma n'ibigo bigashobora kuba byakishyurira abana. And then uvuga no kuri target y'abanyeshuri 26% y'abantu bakoresha internet. Mu bijyanye n'amafaranga ayo 800, is it a fee y'ukwezi? Is it a one-time fee ku mwaka? So that's the question. Bikora gute? What's the subscription basis?
800 nabishura ku kwezi.
Ku kwezi, okay. Abantu bafite capacity yo kwishyura amafaranga 800 buri kwezi per student. So that means you're targeting a certain group of people bafite your financial means, yes?
Ntago natekereje ku bantu bonyine bafite ubushobozi kuko urabona as this platform kuri front page hari ahantu hashobora gukoreshwa hamamaza. Let's say Becca is on my front page. Becca will be paying me to be on the front page. Ayo mafaranga nabonye nakira ndi kwamamariza abantu kuri iyi page ishobora kujya gufasha abantu badafite ubushobozi bwo kwishyura bakaba bayikoresha ku buntu.
Okay, hanyuma content nk'amakwiz arimo nabonye n'ibindi.
Thank you. The content I'll be working with Mediation to ask them the permission to use the curriculum of Rwanda. So that's where I will get the content, and then I will need the support from teachers. That's why I need funds so for me I can be able to pay them.
Okay, so thanks.
Thank you.
Urakoze. project ufite ni nziza, ntekereza yuko iri mu maproje menshi muri iyi minsi urubyiruko ruri kujyamo kugira ngo rukoreshe. Ikibazo nshaka kukubaza cya mbere, ese ko mbona already platform wowe uyifite, ntabwo byaguhenze kuba ufite team ukaba utarakubona sales? Ese wabigenje gute kugira ngo ube wabasha kubishyura kugira ngo platform ibigeze hano igeze?
Byarangoye cyane, ariko mfite akazi, mfite ukuntu mbishyura. Byamfasha amafaranga menshi, ariko bimaze imyaka 2 kuva igihe cya COVID-19 itangira muri 2020. That's why we started, and hari ukuntu ngenda mbishyura amafaranga make make, ariko mfite akazi niho nkura amafaranga yo kubishyura.
Okay. Noneho ugereranije investment yawe, ubona uzayigaruza mu gihe kingana iki? Ikindi kibazo gishamikiye kuri icyo nicyo mugenzi wanjye yarakubajije, abo izo curriculums zawe, niba content ushaka ari iyo muri Mineduc gusa, igihe maybe utabonye license ya Mineduc uzashyiraho izihe curriculum? Noneho se niba binakunze, platform nabonye isa naho iri mu Cyongereza gusa, wigeze utekereza ku zindi ndimi? Kubera yuko mu Rwanda twigishwa mu ndimi nyinshi, urabizi. Ese wigeze utekereza no ku rundi rurimi? Icyanyuma, niki wifuza yuko hagize umuterankunga ubona yagufasha kugira ngo bibe byagenda uko bishaka, ndetse ni na hehe uyibona company yawe mu myaka nk'itanu?
Murakoze cyane, umbajije igihe byamfata kugira ngo ngaruse amafaranga nakoresheje. Ndamutse nkoresheje miliyoni 50 nkuko nabivuze, amafaranga abantu bishyura baramutse bishyuye 1,000 ku umuntu ku giti cye, ndamutse ikoreshejwe na miliyoni 1, that's 1 billion. Ayo mafaranga yaba yagarujwe kuko naba nakoresheje investment 50 million. Ubu ngubu ayo maze gukoresha amaze gukoresha 6 million. So umbajije no kuri curriculum, ndamutse ntabonye license ya Mineduc, nakoresha general knowledge kuko hari ibitabo byinshi byifashishwa kandi umuntu ari free kubikoresha. Hari ibitabo byinshi cyane bifite ubumenyi umuntu yakoresha izi game. Umbajije no kuri language nkuko nabyerekanye nkitangira, hari ahantu umuntu ahitamo ururimi, you choose English, French and Kinyarwanda. Wambajije aho nibona mu myaka 5 iri imbere. This platform iri very huge. Mfite kujya nyimodifiya nkashiramo ibintu byinshi. Ahantu nibona nuko yabe ifite n'ikigo gikomeye cyane cyigisha ikoranabuhanga na education iri very advanced.
Murakoze, merci.
Murakoze cyane. I forgot to mention about abadafite internet kubungubu. Hari card mfite. There's a time I traveled to South Africa and I got inspired about the cards. Bafite game yitwa 30 seconds game. You play this is 1 minute actually. Yo ushizeho ingi, then content iri hano ijyanye na general knowledge. Abantu bakina card ariko barimo kwiga. Iyo bakoresheje izi card, narabigerageje hamwe na team ya Miss Rwanda hangaha, dufite umwanya wo gukina and everyone was happy to play these cards. So kuri abo ngabo badafite internet, ntekereza ko hamwe na Connect Rwanda uko abantu bagenda bagezaho smartphone n'igihugu cyacu kigenda kisakaza internet ahantu hose, muri icyo gihe badafite internet, ntekereza ko baba bakoresha izi card mu gihe bataragezwaho ubwo bushobozi. Murakoze.
Nitwa Nicole, mvuye muri Bank ya Kigali.
Aramutse nanone, nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Aramutse, nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko.
Thank you. My name is Keza Molitia, and I'm contestant number 27 in the competition of Miss Rwanda 2022. And I'm honored to be here today. So 70% of Rwandan population is occupied by the youth. This is why my project is called Empowering Youth Through Entrepreneurship. You might ask, maybe I've heard this project in the pre-selection or auditions. It sounds like a beauty with purpose project, but it could also be a business project. It's a 2-in-1. So basically, let me highlight the keywords in my project. We have the entrepreneurship and the youth. You might ask, why am I focusing on those two things? First of all, it's because we all know that the future of Rwanda lays in the hands of the youth. So I'm here today to try and make this generation, your generation, to feel safe about passing the power to us. So basically, we have had different speakers in this bootcamp. We've been here for about 3 weeks now, and they have been highlighting the issue of unemployment. It's a very serious issue. Other than the early pregnancies or other issues that are being faced in Rwanda, unemployment is a serious issue, and I believe it should not be ignored. I believe we as a country should actually look at it and try to solve this issue for our country's development. I believe that every project that comes here to satisfy a certain need, we are all here because we want to help in our country's development. So every project we have today is for the country. We want to help our country to achieve something. So everybody here is to satisfy something, a certain need, or to solve an issue. You might ask, what's my problem statement? What is this specific project coming to solve? Because all our projects are coming to solve an issue. So it's coming to solve issue like vulnerability in the youth. Youths are considered vulnerable due to lack of assets and finance, because we know that not all youths have the maybe let me say the blessing to get raised in a family with the financial assets or the money in the family. Some youths have amazing projects, but they do not get the finance. The other issue is less of knowledge and experience. Some of you are entrepreneurs, right? Yeah. So basically, you will not compare my experience with yours. Obviously, you have like more experience than me, and there are things I would like to learn from you. The other issue is a poor mindset. Let me get to that. So basically, we youths, once we're done with secondary, we walk into this world. Okay, let me say maybe my family is rich, right? We do not actually take the time to think, okay, I'm Keza, I like art, so maybe I should create my own art room, Maybe dispose arts. We don't think that way. We think if I'm done with secondary, I should just go straight to work for my family, for my parents. We are stuck in this box that we do not want to get out of, to think that we can actually achieve something on our own. We are so comfortable with being dependent on our family, dependent on our friends. So that's the kind of mindset that I want to change among the youth. I want to teach the youth that we can actually get somewhere on our own without our family or our friends' help. So I have stated some of the problem statements. You might ask, okay, Keza, what's the solution here? You have stated the problem, so what are you going to do personally to be able to solve these issues? So how I'm going to be able to solve these issues, one of them is through advocacy. The first point that I stated was they do not have the finance rate. So basically what I would do is I want to be the bridge between the sponsor and the youth. With this, I would partner up with Forza. They could maybe give me the sponsors, because there are amazing sponsors out there, and there are amazing projects on the other side. The only thing that is missing is the connection to bring them together, so we can all work for our country's development. So I want to be that bridge that brings them together, that connects them, so that they could sponsor them, and immediately they sponsor one person, and they start their project, right? This is going to immediately lower on the unemployment level in the country. Because one person is going to start the project, but they're going to need an extra hand to help them to work, right? So they will be giving job opportunities to the others. The other way I'll be able to do this is by creating community clubs and centers. Maybe not only in Kigali city, maybe in other different provinces. In these clubs, they will come and get trained. So some have the finance, but they don't have the projects. So we'll help give them projects to boost their projects, to create more entrepreneurship mindsets. In these same clubs, we shall host entrepreneurs. This could be Sinajeha or any other entrepreneurs who will come and give them a testimony. To tell them that they were just like them before they got to the place they are in today. That they actually, through hard work, they tell them different ways they should create their projects to boost their projects. So basically, that is going to be my way of helping the youth through advocacy and through helping to boost their projects, to boost their everything, just to have more job creators other than job seekers in the country. So you might ask, okay, so basically I've told us the partners, the solution, how is this going to be a business project? How am I going to gain? What am I going to gain as Keza? So basically how I'm going to be able to gain is so I brought the sponsor, right? And I brought the youth. So me and the sponsor will be able to get shares in the particular business that we help to sponsor. So we'll become partners with the person, and we'll be able to gain from, we'll be able to work together, gain money from them. Yeah, basically, I would say that is it.
Thank you so much, Keza. That is a very good project. My question is, how are you going to mobilize those people so that you can choose the project? And also, do you have those expertise in choosing which product is good than another one?
All right, thank you. I had stated that one of my partners would be National Youth Council, right? So how because I believe if I put this project out, lots of people are going to come because everybody wants to win, right? So how we'll be able to choose the youths is every youth will come forward with their project. When they come forward with their project, I'll get entrepreneurs to help me who are skilled to look at the good project, just like you guys are here to face out the right project, right? So they'll be able to say, this is a project that Rwanda needs. So I'll be able to pick out, let me say, like 5 of the best of everybody. And through those 5, we'll be able to sponsor them, but according to which project Rwanda needs, which project has sense. Yeah.
Keza, in this project, what will be your role?
My role? My role is like I will connect them. Because the sponsor is on this side, and the youth are in this side, right? So I will be able to connect them, to tell this sponsor that this has a great project, and this is exactly what you're looking for. So I will be the bridge that connects both of them. That's my role.
Question about timelines. So how much time do you think it would take you to, let's say you get the money 1st of May. How much time do you think it would take you to reach at a certain level? Let's say I assume you have like milestones. You have goals you want to achieve. You want a goal by the end of 1 year, a goal by the end of next year, and so on. So how much time do you think it would take you, for example, if you receive funding, to actually achieve a certain milestone? So you're going to tell me what milestone you want to achieve, what step or what stage you want to reach at, and how much time you think it will take you.
All right, thank you. So the stage I want to reach on is the stage where I see the statistics of Rwanda's unemployment rate, and I'm seeing that I'm making a change in my country, that I'm being able to say, wow, it has reduced today because I was able to sponsor one of them who was able to give employment to other people. So by reducing on the number. How much time it would take me? I basically think, because already I'm going to be working with the Forza and National Youth Council, who provide for me the youths, and the other side the sponsors. So I don't think it would take me more than 6 months maybe to at least say I have sponsored already 2 people who are already starting on their projects.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Good morning. My name is Keza Melissa. I'm contestant number 28. So I start with gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. So recently in 2021, we had a problem of youth unemployment that raised to 30.9%, which was a very big issue during the end of last year. And secondly, we had the problem of climate change that has greatly affected so many sectors in our society, mainly the agricultural sector and our health. And this is the reason why I'm here presenting the project that states beekeeping for youth empowerment and nature conservation. So I mean by beekeeping, which is the occupation of breeding bee for extraction of different products, including honey, bee wax, and different jellies that can be used in our daily life. So my project will be, first, my target group will be the youth, because there is a very big number of youth that are unemployed. So first, the youth will be gathered into cooperatives where they'll be getting different trainings on how to grow and extract different products from bees. Secondly, there will be 100 hives that will be bought to as a startup for the bee extraction and bee breeding. And another way is raising awareness through education in the community about how they can extract beekeeping activity for nature conservation, where I'll be working with IUCN that has in responsibility nature conservation. So my project will be benefiting our society in 2 different ways. First, it will be generating employment, youth employment, because the majority of my employees will be the youth, which will increase the job creators rather than job seekers. Secondly, it will be women empowerment, because 3 or 4 of my employees will be women, to encourage them to participate in different activities. Specifically, this project of beekeeping and bee breeding ivugwa iherezwa abantu cyane cyane the local people, abantu bakuru. So we're not ntago turagera nyine kumva ko n'umugore cyangwa umukobwa starting up such a business. So it will be women empowerment. Third, it will be nature conservation, since I'll be planting trees that bear flowers that will be for bee feeding. Another thing will be one way of promotion of made in Rwanda products, including honey, which will increase exports than imports, which I believe will be a very good thing to our country. And another benefit of my project will be raising our government's economy through paying taxes, because of course my project will be paying taxes monthly, which I believe will raise the economy of my country from some level to another. So I conclude saying that this project is cheap and easy to run, since it requires little land, and it is expected that it will be 40 kilograms per hive, which is equivalent to 16 tons of honey per year, and 1 kilogram is equivalent to 3,000. And you can imagine the amount and how beneficial the youth and women in general will be benefiting from my project. Thank you.
That's a good project. Impamvu nuko ntago ari abantu benshi mu Rwanda haracyari isoko ryo kuba wabona aho ucuruza, kuko haracyari ibituruka hanze. Ifite ibibazo bibiri. Icya mbere, sinzi niba bivuze abavumvu urabafite. Icya kabiri ni ibijyanye na innovation, sibyo? Icyo turi gushaka hano ni project iri innovative. So uburyo wabivuze ushobora ko ari nk'ikintu wibagiye cyangwa bibiri kutubwira. So ibyo nshaka kutubwira muri gahunda yawe ni igiki uzakora gitandukanye n'uburyo abandi bantu basanzwe bakora, kuko abavumvu turabazi, turabazi ibyo bakora nuko bakora. Wowe ni igiki cy'umwihariko nyine ufite muri no project yawe, sibyo?
Thank you. Ikintu cy'umwihariko mfite muri iyi projet nuko izaba abavumvu barahari, ariko sinzi ko ari wabona youth engaging muri iyi activity ya beekeeping. So my innovation in this project will be the youth, nugutinyura nyine urubyiruko mu engaging in that activity, since it will be generating an income. And answering the first question y'abavumvu ko bahari, abavumvu ntago bahari nyine kuko niyo youth bazaba bari in cooperatives, nyine tuzahama trainings. Generally izaba ari youth barangije secondary and above in university. Ntago bahari nyine. The good thing is abari ya youth generally. Yes.
Mpereye ku cyurangirijeho tubwiye ko nta bavumvu bahari. Ndashaka kumenya ubuki dufite uyu munsi. Nubuki buva hanze gusa. Ubuki dufite uyu munsi nta hantu na hamwe mu Rwanda babukora.
Oya, barabukora, ariko ni nkaho nje kunganira cyangwa creating a large scale nyine ya business. It's another business coming into another nyine. The good thing nuko izabari youth isanga abantu bakuru nyine babisanzwemo nyine iza kunganira ibyo bakoraga. Yeah.
niba warabashije kugerageza kumenya ibyo bakora n'uko babikora hari imbogamizi ubona bahura nazo wowe uzaza addressing ute?
Yeah, thank you. Imbogamizi bahura nazo abari ku running this business. Icyo nabonye nyine the market ntago ari nini. Ibi growing nyine ibyo dutanga market ya y'ubuki ntago nyine ubuki bw'iwacu bwo mu Rwanda ntago ari bwinshi bwo nkuko wari umaze kubivuga buturuka hanze. Ubuki dukoresha no muri ubu ngubu nubwo hanze. So the innovation will be to be the natural products mainly from Rwanda. Noneho challenges zo ntago ari nyinshi.
Melissa, wakoze ufite projet nziza, wakoze na presentation nziza mu gihe gito. Mfite ikibazo ku bijyanye na competitors ufite kuri ubwo buki buva hanze. Ugereranyije ku isoko ubuki bwitwa ko ari ubunyarwanda busa n'ubuhenze kurusha buriya buki bwo hanze, kandi abantu benshi ku isoko baba bakeneye ibintu bitabahenze. Ni iyihe uniqueness wowe ni iyihe innovation yawe izaba irimo yo kugira ngo ubeating your competition ugiye gusanga hanze? Hanyuma ikindi kibazo, ufite ahantu uzazororera, ese niba uhafite kubera iki wahisemo ubworozi bw'inzuki?
Yes, thank you. I start with the last question. Y'ahantu nyine niba mpafite ntahahari naho nuko hashaka nyine how uzagrowingira the trees bearing flowers. Ikindi warumbajije cy'aba competitors. The competitors bo hanze nyine it's an innovation actually kubera nzaba nje kubizana nyine iwacu mu Rwanda, lowering the prices which will increase the customers baza mu Rwanda, surtout ko izaba ari n'umwimerere than wo hanze. Uzahazabamo innovations nyinshi, urumva the market will increase because the prices will have lowered. I believe that it will. Good.
Okay, that's nice. I hope ko watekereje kuri branding and everything kugira ngo uzinjire muri competition uri ready.
Yes.
Good.
Murakoze.
Thank you.
Amakuru
Ni meza.
meze neza?
Meze neza cyane.
Okay, karibu. Nitwa Nicole, mvuye muri Bank ya Kigali.
Aramutse neza.
Aramutse.
Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Njye nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko.
Okay. So nanjye nitwa Muringa Jessica, mfite nimero 37.
So my innovative project is called Isambaza Processing into a Nutritious Flour, therefore ending stunting growth by using a locally available resource. So allow me to first define stunting. Stunting mu Kinyarwanda inabivuga yeah. So stunting is a linear growth retardation mainly caused by malnutrition before and after birth. So you're probably wondering why I chose this project. Firstly, because as we all know, good nutrition helps children to play, grow, and participate, but malnutrition robs them of their future and leaves them hanging. The second reason why I chose this project is because the number of stunting in Rwanda is really on a worrying level. Aho sanga 32% y'abana mu Rwanda, they are stunted. But when we come in my district, Karongi, aho ntuye, 32% of children in Karongi are stunted. Niyo district ifite imibare minini mu Rwanda. So my solution to this problem, nk'umuntu uba Karongi, naricaye mbitekerezaho, nsanga dufite a locally a resource iri available. Nsanga dufite isambaza. Isambaza ziraboneka cyane, nasanze ko zifite proteins, minerals n'izindi nutrients zafasha abana gukura neza and zafasha pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers. So this is how I'm going to do it. So icyambere, I will work with the existing fishermen muri Karongi, and then they supply to us isambaza. After we get the isambaza, turazi freezinga. After freezing them, we dry them. After drying them, we grind them tukabona ifu, and then ifu we pack it and then we distribute it. So muri iyo projet dukeneye imashini of course kugira ngo ibyo byose bikore, and dukeneye solar system drying machines which cost 6 million, grinding machines costing 5.5 M, and packaging machines costing 8.5 M. So iyo ubiteranyije byose the whole budget iba 19.5 million. Ariko hari naho gukorera tutarabona neza gusa ni muri Karongi, and n'aba employees amafaranga tuzabahemba like we haven't like really estimated, but ubu ngubu kugeza ubu ngubu mfite 19.5 M ariyo budget. So the target market inavuze ko the government ubundi busanzwe igura ino fumuzi as shisha kibondo. The local government muri Karongi igura iyo fu ariko igatakaza amafaranga menshi. So njye navuze ko iyo fu like izaba ihari yisambaza, government the local government in my district yagura ku mafaranga make ikabanza ikadistributinga muri Karongi like mu bana bari stunted, and then tukagenda like dukura tujya mu zindi districts, ariko ho nitujya mu zindi districts ntabwo tuzakoresha isambaza, tuzabanza turebe ibihera, turebe like in the east wenda tubwehera ibigori, dufate wenda ibigori nabyo dushaka ibindi bintu tubicaningamo, dufashe abana like kurwanya stunting mu Rwanda. So ubwo ni government izanyigura products and then ikadistributinga hari supermarkets. So I intend to work with the ECDs and NGOs and other stakeholders kugira ngo bamfashe in the distribution of the insambaza flour ahantu hatandukanye, ku bantu bari vulnerable, ku bana bagwingiye, aba breastfeeding mothers ndetse n'abandi. So basically that's my project.
Jessica, the project nziza. Nashaka kumenya hari abandi bantu uzi babikora, hari abandi bantu uzi bafite ifu isambaza hano hanze?
Oya n'abandi, iyo nzi ni shisha kibondo gusa ni hari mu Rwanda.
Nabaha amakuru, ikintu cya mbere ni amakuru. Hari abandi babikora bafite izo fu bazigurisha mu supermarket atandukanye hirya no hino, ariko ikibazo nengeye kugeraho nuko bihenze cyane, nuko izo sambaza twese hano nk'abanyarwanda zitatugeraho, tutazibona kuko tuzi neza ibyiza byazo. So icyo uzadressinga cyawe cya mbere cyatuma ubona supply ahagije ni iki? Ni icyo uzakora kugira ngo izo sambaza zitabura? Icyo ni ikibazo cya mbere. Cya kabiri, muruvuze yuko mu zindi district uzajya ureba ibihera, ariko iyi project twagira ngo tumenye ni project y'iki, ni bizajya byera handi cyangwa ni isambaza gusa uzafokasingaho mu gihugu cyose? Cya gatatu ni nacyo cya nyuma, nashaka kumenya ko numva cyane harimo social, wowe ni iki uzabenefitingamo apari yo kuvuga ngo uzarwanya imirire mibi mu bana, ufasha abana? Ni iki kizavamo kiri nka beka twavuga ngo tubankinze Jessica yinjiza ayangaya, aspendinga ayangaya, tumuvanya tumugejeje ahangaha? Ndashaka kubona iyo visibility.
Nakoze research mbere sanga ko isambaza yego zirabura, ariko ntabwo zibura ku rugero runini ku buryo like production yacu yagira ngaho igahagarara. So I believe ko isambaza zo zirahari, so that's why ahanini niyo mpamvu nahisemo isambaza kuko zo ziraboneka, niyo zabura ntabwo zabura ku rugero production yacu igihagarara.
Icya kabiri nababajije ndi kubona birimo social cyane, ntago ndi kubona part yawe yo kuvuga ngo Jessica nzajya mbitsa muri Bank ya Kigali, amafaranga nzayambitsa ngana gutya, ejo nzagrowing mve hano ngera ahangaha. Na umuntu bisema ikintu kiri social cyane cyo gufasha cyane gusumbya uko haba nk'ikintu cyatuma witeza imbere ugateza imbere n'urundi rubyiruko muzakora.
So ubusanzwe ikiro cy'isambaza kigura 1500 ubusanzwe.
so ushyizemo cost of production, machines ibyo dukoresha, packing, nanashyizeho ko cost of production yaba 500, so umuntu ugiye kugura product ku isoko akayigura 2,000. Noneho profit twebwe tubona yaba ari profit of 250, ko ntabwo dushaka nyine gushyiraho irenze. Ariko yego iyi product irahenze, hari n'abantu cyane cyane baba mu byaro batayafordinga, so that's why I said ko the government niyo yangurira iyi product and then ikagenda distributinga mu baturage. Yeah.
Kriya wa mbere ni government.
Yeah, basically the government.
Muri research wakoze wavuze ko uri muri Karongi, muri Kigali ikiro cy'isambaza kiri ku mafaranga angahe?
Nari nibanze muri Karongi cyane cyane ko niho nshaka kubanza guhera. Yeah, so now okay, ahandi tuzakoresha ibihari, ariko turi kwibanza cyane cyane muri Karongi ko tuzahera ku isambaza, so nitubona muri Karongi bimeze neza and then we go to other parts of Rwanda dukoresha ibihera.
Yeah. Muri Kigali ikiro cy'isambaza kiri ku 5,000 birengaho gake. Ntabwo ziboneka cyane, niyo mpamvu ushaka kumenya supply yawe ahantu izava mu by'ukuri kugira ngo uduhaze twese.
Okay, nabikora research ihagije, nkamenya uko supply zabo imeze, ariko ku ruhande rwo kuri district nshaka kwibandaho supply yo irahari yisambaza muri Karongi.
Uzaza ufata isambaza iyi processing kurema ifu, leta yigure yitange mu bana. Okay, nibaza ko nimba ugiye ari kugura nyinshi bwo cost wavuze 1,500, ubwo ntago azaba ari 1,500, uzagura kuri make kurusha. Ushyireho 500 ya processing. Yicuruza ngahe?
Yicuruze kuri 2.
Kuri 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Ikibazo sasa 2,000 ku kiro. Muri iyo area yabo bantu bafite ikibazo cya stunting. Ni bangahe bafite financial capability yo kwa affordinga ikintu kigura 2,000 per kg? That's the first question. In the question, something you probably forgot to mention is imwe mu mpamvu habaho iki kibazo, uretse kuba ari ububasha buke bw'abantu batandukanye batabasha kugura ibyo byiza n'ibiki, harimo n'ikibazo cy'ubumenyi. Kuko hari nk'igihe usanga nk'abo bana batarya imboga, batarya ibindi bintu kandi babifite mu mirima yabo, sibyo? So ikibazo cha awareness and education, what's your approach on that?
Yes. Tuje ikibazo cyawe cya mbere, nabanje kuvuga ko government ari izatugura products cyane cyane, ariko n'ikindi kintu navuga, okay, iyi sambaza flour irimo nutrients zihagije. Umubyeyi ashobora gukoresha uduyiko 3 akazivanga mu mboga agaha umwana, so urumva ko agapaki kamwe gashobora kumara iminsi myinshi ihagije. So urumva ko like the cost like birumvikana, ntabwo ari ibintu ugura buri kwezi cyangwa buri munsi. So ikindi cya kabiri
bijyanye na education.
So before nzakora this food processing, nzabanza nkore n'ubukangurambaga, nigisha abantu ese indyo yuzuye birimo ibiki, bigishe iby'isambaza flour, babimenye, bagire ubumenyi, ndetse n'ubikoresha bazi ibyo akoresha.
Okay, another question. Yabikomeje kare ko ntago bamusubije. Hari abandi bantu bakora ifu, sibyo?
Yego.
Wowe ufite ubuwe mwihariko, kuko icyo turi gushaka uyu munsi ni project ifite itameze nk'izindi. Aba ari ikintu gishyashya cyangwa ari ikintu gisanzwe kiba ariko gikozwe mu buryo butandukanye. Wowe iyo uburyo uzabikora harimo ubuhe mwihariko ku buryo uzabutandukanye n'abo bandi bacuruza ifu y'isambaza?
Okay, nkora ino project ntabwo actually nari nzi ko hari abandi bantu bakora isambaza flour, like njye numvaga hari za Shisha Kibondo gusa nizo twari tuzi mu Rwanda. So nzana ino project nari nzi ko ariyo ya mbere hari mu Rwanda, so mbona ari nkaho niwo mwihariko nari nzanye, like kuko twumvaga isambaza ntabwo yavamo ifu.
Ubu ngubu ugomba gutekereza ku yindi, ku yindi aspect ya projet yawe. Projet yawe ni nziza ntuzayihagarike, sibyo? Don't stop it. Ariko bring an innovation to it. Zirahari nyinshi nuko nashaka gukopeza ariko zirahari, so what
okay, nzakora more research ariko mediate to this, nzakora more research kugira ngo nabo ngabo bahari ingenza na innovation yanjye.
Yeah. But it's a very good project. It's statistics whatever was 32%. Ntabwo gira vuba utabari. Gira vuba.
Yeah.
Thank you
very much.
Aramutse
neza.
amakuru
Amen.
you are too serious uri kudukanga.
That's too serious.
ikaba ari twe du presenting.
Okay.
Turabona wawe watubereye judge. Nitwa Nicole Kamanzi, mfite umushinga wo gutanga amafaranga. Niyo nshaka kukugezaho uyu munsi.
Yego. Murakoze, nanjye nitwa Mutabazi Sabine, ndi nimero 38 muri irushanwa ry'Inyampinga y'u Rwanda.
Reka duhe n'abandi bakwibwire.
Yego.
Njye nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko, nshinzwe kumenya ko imishinga ya Nicole imeze neza.
Yego.
Iriwe, waramutse. Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank of Kigali.
I'm going to present in English. So my business project is poultry farming, ibyerekeranye na hens inkoko. So as you all know, Rwanda Agriculture Board has encouraged the activity of giving out chicks. The clients are claiming about the local breeds. So my project is all about construction of hen shelter, and it aims at buying 1,000 chicks, purchase of feeds, medicines, and also construction of their houses, with a purpose of selling eggs and also selling those hens that are over 10 months, that are a bit old. So I thought that due to lack of local breeds in Rwanda, I will purchase those chicks of 1 month from Europe through Agrotech in Kigali for average of 1,500 Rwandan francs per chick. So to start my project, the farming will be developed in a plot land located in Nyamirambo, Muyumbu, and the management will be done by the selected manager, and he will be working with 2 performing employees, 1 veterinary, and also my targeted market is restaurants, hotels, supermarkets, shops, and it will be a project of 4 years with a total investment cost that is estimated at 25 million. So I have no realization in this project. Everything will be realized using this estimated cost. Thank you.
Thank you. So poultry farming is actually a very, very lucrative business.
Sorry?
Poultry is a lucrative business. So it's a business that has a lot of potential and actually can get you a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's a good thought you have. Now I have a question is, poultry farming is also very delicate and sensitive, especially if, let's say, you buy chicks and when they are in their early days, they could, get sick and, die. So question is, what's your plan on, I heard you have a vet, but what other things do you think about in terms of, making sure that your investment doesn't, go to waste? And then another question is, what's the differentiator? What will you be doing different from all the other people who are doing poultry farming?
As I said before, I have a vet, and my estimation is that the mortality rate of those chicks is on 5%, which is not that bad, since I will be having 1,000 chicks, and I guess that explains it. And about my innovation is because they will be coming from Europe, and As you all know, Rwandan says that amagi y'amapondezi arahendutse kurusha amagi y'amanyarwanda, which is also true. So I guess that would be something innovative to me.
Your project will be based on amagi y'amapondezi cyangwa ayandi?
I will be having those chicks, and icyangombwa cyane ukubanza bandi gucuruza amagi, and za nkoko zarengeje amezi 10 zatangiye gusaza nazo ndazigurisha at estimated price.
Projet yawe izakoresha abantu bangahe?
Izakoresha abantu 4 in total. Hazaba hari a farming manager, hari abakozi 2 bakorama aho ngaho, hari na veterinary.
Veterinary.
Yego.
Mwebwe muzaba mukora iki?
Okay, now since hazaba hari a manager, ntago bivuze ko nanjye nta kintu nzabankora, nzafatanya nawe.
Thank you. Muri iki kinyejana turimo, turimo kujya mu bintu bijyanye na digital cyane. Ntabwo wigeze ubitekerezaho muri projet yawe mu bijyanye no gucuruza, ni gute wamenyekanisha ibyo ukora, ibyo bihagaze bite?
Personally, I am a social media influencer, so I guess kuri njyewe najya mbinyuza ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zanjye, and then naho twahavana aba clients. Yeah.
wakoze presentation nziza ndetse ngufi kandi byumvikana. Ikibazo mfite, wakoze research ku bijyanye n'ubworozi bw'inkoko?
Ntago, for now I wouldn't say ko ndi umu professional, but I did a little research on it.
Okay.
And aho ngubu uko ibintu ndi kubyumva ubu ngubu, I think.
Okay. One of the challenges ibaho mu bworozi bw'inkoko ni ukubona ibyo kurya byazo. They are very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Urabizi?
David.
So what is your plan kugira ngo ube wa managinga izo cost? Kuko nkuko nabyumvise bashaka korora inkoko zitera amagi, kandi inkoko ntago ihita itera nyuma y'ukwezi kumwe. That means ko uzategereza igihe izaterera, uzaba uri injectingamo amafaranga. N'icyo wabitekerejeho ku bijyanye na cost?
Cost y'ibiryo by'inkoko iri muri that estimated 25 million, ariko nkuko nabivuze mbere, niba deja inkoko nayo itanga ifumbire, kandi ifumbire twayikoresha duhinga nk'ibihingwa, and then tukabasha ku.
Okay, the best idea naguha nuko some of the ingredients bakoresha ibiryo by'inkoko ushobora kuzihingira.
Yeah.
So maybe nukora deep research uzabibona, ariko ushobora guhinga bike then ukagura ibindi kugira ngo cost yo gukora ibiryo igabanuke. So ikindi ni ikijyanye n'umusaruro ayo magi uri kuvuga. Amagi iyo atinze agira ikibazo. Mugenzi wanjye yakubajije ku bijyanye n'abakiriya. Muri timu watubwiye numvise nta muntu ushinzwe gushaka abakiriya urimo. Ese how are you going to be selling those eggs, especially ko zitinze za kwangirika ugasanga urahombye?
Nkuko nabivuze, I will be supplying to the hotels, shops, supermarkets, and nakorana with the manager tukegera aho ngaho ngomba kubisupplyinga, then tugapanga business.
Akoze cyane.
Murakoze nawe.
So before I start off with my project, I would like to ask you all a question, if it's okay. So how do you feel when you're sitting under a tree, you're relaxed, it's sunny, the breeze is hitting your skin, feels good, right? Yes, I get the same feeling. But then, we are constantly cutting down trees. For what? Charcoal, for cooking. And the climate is changing. We're in a really difficult situation. And so while I was at home, I did a research, and then I thought, I saw one company that does briquettes. Are you all familiar with briquettes? Yes. So unfortunately, I had that idea, but then I found that they also do that. But then it's only one company, so they can't satisfy the whole market. And we need like sufficient briquettes so that we don't cut down trees for charcoal, for cooking. So I thought, why don't I do briquettes? And this company that does it is only one in the country, and it is a women organization that they are aiming at conserving the environment, and that is what I'm aiming for too. So I thought, they're there, why can't I be there too? Yeah, so we had a speaker here in bootcamp from IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, I think, and he told us that we need, the country needs our voice. We need to stand up for our climate, because he told us that after probably 20 years, our children would not be able to live in a world like I live in right now. They won't be able to experience what I experienced. And I want my children to be able to experience a world that is green and not full of waste products. So my briquettes will be made of rice husks and banana peels. So I did research, and it showed that over, if I'm not mistaken, 400 to 800 tons of waste are produced daily, and they're taken to Ndua. And 70% of those waste products are organic waste. So I thought, why don't I use the organic waste to put them into briquettes and at the same time resolve the problem of constantly cutting down trees for charcoal. So briquettes, first of all, let me tell you the benefits. I think I wrote them down here. So they do not produce any waste material. And they have no waste liquid, and they do not produce any gas. So they have little to no effect on the environment. Amazing. So that's one of the some of the benefits of briquettes. And yeah, if I get the chance, I will put on like a company that produces briquettes. I will need machines. I will need skilled labor. I will need and I will need a workplace. So I estimated budget would be like 30 to 50 million. So I would like to, like, as I progress, work with Ministry of Environment, Rwanda Energy Group, IUCN, and other NGOs. So so my project doesn't end here. That's the fun part. So I want to like put classified dustbins. So let me clarify that. So in Rwanda, like every the how do I say this? The waste products are mixed. Organic, non-organic, recyclable, they are all mixed. So I thought, why don't I put classified dustbins on the roads? So you are familiar with the program that says Keep Kigali Clean, right? So I will advocate for these classified dustbins. So if I'm like eating a banana and a soda, I know where to put the can of soda, and I know where to put the peel of banana. So like it is classified. It makes it easy for the workers, for the people who like transport the waste products, and it makes it easy for us who want to recycle, because we'll not go picking, but we'll know like where to find our resources. Yeah, so touching a bit on a briquette, I found that you can produce over 1,000 briquettes per day. And I estimated the cost, I would be like maybe 300 per one. So if one costs 300 and I'll be able to produce 1,000 per day, I'll make 300,000 in a day. So that means it's 9 million in a month and 108 million in a year. So if I start off, let's say 50 million, I'll be able to have a break-even point at 6 months of working. So I guess it's that, if you don't have any questions.
Thank you. You have a nice project.
Thank you.
I like it. You said that you already know one person who's doing that.
Yes.
So I want to know exactly from you the visibility of that person. How is it outside here?
So yeah, as I told you in the first, they can't satisfy the whole market. Like we're still having gaps. And they use, I found that they use leftovers of charcoal, mu Kinyarwanda byita inchenga. So me, I'll be using ibishishwa by'intuza by'umuceri and then ibishishwa bya bananas. So that's like the innovation I have.
Bakoresha ibi inchenga z'amakara. Hari n'abandi bakoresha ibishishwa by'umuceri. Nari nzi ko ari bo muri kuvuga.
Oya, ngenzi abakoresha inchenga
z'amakara.
Abo nabonye bakoresha bananas bo bari muri Uganda. They're not in Rwanda.
So there are those who are using the rest of rice. They are there, but they are not working.
They're not working.
Unfortunately, yes. Even myself, I subscribe to it. Now it's more than 4 or 5 years. Nothing. Secondly, briquette. It's fun. It's fun and it's very friendly for the environment. However, if you are selling me briquettes, what about the imbabura to use it, the stove?
So
because I don't have it.
So mainly I targeted to people who normally use charcoal, and then to people who use gas. So I found that like gas ifite ibibazo ishobora kuguturikana, and then abantu mu cyaro nago barabyumva neza. So a better alternative ni ukuzana briquettes. Zanafasha cyane maybe guteka isombe, kuko twebwe isombe nago tuyiteka kuri gaze, isombe ibishyimbo. It gives like, it burns in a long time and it gives a steady temperature. So that's why I liked briquettes.
Will it be used with the normal stoves or
yes,
you?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, we use it at home, so I guess it will be able to work for everyone.
You have a good project. Mainly on the business side, you found an opportunity and you're pursuing it, so that's very good.
Thank you.
Not a lot of people are doing it the way you want to do it. I have 2 questions. One is about your raw materials. You talked about tons of waste that are taken to Ndowa. Okay? Now, how easy will it be for you to actually get the banana peels out of all that mess and then get the rice husks all from all that mess? Okay? That's one. Number 2, connected to that as well, is whenever you get that, what's going to be like the quantity, and that will determine how much briquette you're able to produce. And then I want you to tell me what's the unit cost of production. I know you thought about it. How much does it take to produce one, briquette? And how much will you be selling it at?
So thank you. The first question was where will I get the raw materials? How will I be able to pick out the banana peels? So I said briquettes are not only made from banana peels or rice husks. They are also made from, I wrote it down somewhere, coconut peels, and then wood chips, rice shavings, peanut husks. There are very many things, like all organic. So of course I will not be like working alone. I will hire skilled labor to help me. Yeah, I guess I'll be able to work with people around to show me the way. So that was just my idea. Touching on the second, it's like the production cost, right? So I estimated, because I haven't touched on it yet, I estimated like one briquette would take me like 150 francs to 200 to produce it, and I'll be selling it for 300. So that profit, I'll be able to pay my employees and get the profit, the break-even point. Yeah.
Ndahiro, that's a nice project, but as my colleague said, it requires a different stove to use briquettes. Most of the people who are in that business, they tend to also go into stove business, because if you want to sell your briquettes, you need to have also a stove to burn those briquettes. So also, what is the price that you think that you are going to set on market? Yes, because people are used to use the choco, because the choco is a little bit cheap, So are your briquettes going to be cheaper than the choco? Or Yeah, those are the two questions. Thanks.
Yeah, so let me start off with the second question. Like charcoal is cheaper than briquettes, but you're forgetting one thing. Charcoal burns out easily, and it's like affecting our climate. But briquettes, you can even reuse it. That's the best part of briquettes. So if it's not completely done, you can reuse it. So one briquette is 300. So at my home, we used four. We surrounded the stove with four briquettes, and then one lasted for 3 days. So you can imagine 300 for 3 days, and mostly you buy one bucket of charcoal for 500, and it lasts only for you only cook lunch, and it's already done. But imagine 300 for 3 days. So with the stove business, I haven't thought about it yet, but I suppose because it worked for us, I suppose it will work on everyone, but I will do a bit of research.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
My business project involves around early childhood training and technical assistance system. Hereby, we all want our kids to grow up and in a good way. That is why I suggested I wanted to build up a children daycare center. People need their kids to be well taken care of while they are not at home, while they seek food to put on the table. The vision of my project would be to assist youngsters for a better future. And the mission of my business, my mission, would be to assist parents and the government of Rwanda in a way to guide youngsters to support and sustain the development of the country and the people of Rwanda. You might ask yourself, why did I choose this project particularly? Firstly, people are tired of housekeepers. Knowing that your kid might get occasionally mistreated while you're not at home. Secondly, cases of children who are abused or who are raped tend to increase day after day. The statistics show that 5 to 10 girls and 6 to 10 boys experience one form, at least one form of violence per day. And most importantly, it will also help in creating jobs, since I'll be giving employment to people. Opening a daycare agency can be intimidating. Yes, I know, it can be really, really intimidating, but it can also be incredibly wonderful. Because it's proven that throughout this journey of people who started up daycare businesses, there are blueprints of success. The beneficiaries who are going to benefit mostly through my business. Firstly, they are young girls. Secondly, they are young boys too. They are fathers, they are mothers, and they are guardians. And most importantly, the employees of my business and I are the major beneficiaries of this. Starting my own daycare business will have adventures on multiple levels. Firstly, it will be emotionally rewarding. Me working with kids will teach me to be patient, kind, and this will spur also the humanity in me. Secondly, financial freedom. Opening a daycare will give me income, and I will be in control of that income rather than relying on typical paychecks per month. Hereby I mean, if a person pays 3K per day, this means that only one person will give me 90K per month, totaling this into 1,080K per year. That is only on one person. Imagine if I'm blessed to have more than one person. And also, it will also reduce the crime rates in the country, since a lot of them now deal with the problem of kids who are left at home and may be murdered, raped, and kidnapped. Yeah, that is it for now.
So that's an interesting project. One thing I like about it is that you did research to know that there's an actual issue in the society, and you're trying to solve it. Something else is about the nature of the project itself. Early childhood development or care is basically a foundation of what your life becomes. Whatever happens to you as a young kid shapes who you become as a person. So that's a good project. I had a question about the money. Yeah, You said someone pays 3,000 per day. That's 90,000 per month. Daycares and nurseries and schools pay per term normally, so that would be 270,000 per month per term. Yes.
Yeah. So the difference is there are children daycare centers. Yes, I know, but mine will be more of a babysitting center.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereby you'll be bringing your kid. It doesn't need there is no specific age for the kids who come in. So at any age, the kid can come in. That's the difference.
Okay. So the question is around how much money do you think you would need to start it, to get it started? Yeah. Where do you want to do it? Which district of Rwanda? So which district do you want to do it from? How much time do you think it will take you to set up? How much money do you think you will need? And how many people will you be working with? Like, what do you think the team will be? Yourself and maybe, other people.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. As I said before, it would be a starting business, so I would work from 5 to 10 experienced and trained workers. And on the money or the budget it would require me to start up, on that I admit I have to make more research, but I estimate from 15 to 20 million for the startup. Okay, firstly, as I said, I'm going to employ skilled and equipped and trained workers. That is the money for the salaries, transportation, because it will be some transportation getting the workers to work. And I'll also buy some equipment. Kids need a lot, toys, playgrounds, yeah.
Divin, thank you for your presentation. It's a good project. And one of the questions that I have is to ask you, how are you going to convince your customers?
How am I going to convince them?
Yes.
Firstly,
the parents, they are your clients, right?
Yeah.
How are they going to have confidence in you so that they can give you their kids?
As I said, I will start by going close to them. I'll firstly use this platform since I've been to Miss Rwanda. When I'm approaching when you saw me in this competition, you'll be like, she has some potential. She reached here. She's been I would first show them my CV. For now, I'm starting good in my CV. I would first show them my CV and convince them. As I said, they would accept it if I saw that I'm really doing something. So I'll be like, give me a trial, give me a kid for only 1 week. After 1 week, we'll sit down, assess what I've done in that 1 week, and we'll see where I am and where I'm going to. If that parent says yes, I'm good, this will be a start. That parent will tell his or her fellow parents what he saw in me and what he saw in my business. Thank you.
And the final one is, where do you see your business in, let's say, 5 years? If you get money this year to start, where do you see your business in 5 years? How is it going to be like?
In the next 5 years, I see this business as a successful business, since it's one of the most unique businesses that would be started in Rwanda. So in summary, I would see my business as a success in 5 years.
Okay, thank you. Divine, do you have competitors?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. What are they doing and you are not doing? Or what are you going to do them they are not doing?
Firstly, I asked around, and the difference would be my business would be affordable, and their business are not that affordable to all Rwandese. So the difference would be mine is going to be affordable to all Rwandese, and I'm going to make sure that I give the best to the best.
When you say affordable, they are not affordable. That means how much?
But as you said, some pay per term, mostly Nako pay per term. So me telling you you're going to pay me per day, this is going to show that 3K per day. When I can approach you and I say 3K per day, it will be more understandable and you will listen that it's not that much. Hereby I mean per term. As you said, some pay 100K per term, others pay 120 per term. Considering the fact all Rwandese don't have that income or don't have jobs that they get money from. So the difference, the major difference would be is mine is affordable and I don't require a lot.
Okay. By his question, I think he meant daycare where kids go and learn, not babysitting. So yours is different. And from what they experience, they are so those who are paying 100,000 per term, which is 3 months. That is 30,000 per month. If you are to go with that, it's even cheaper than yours. Yeah. So what is the difference between you and them?
As
in the business?
Yeah, as you mentioned, he said it's more of schools. Like me, it would be different. It would be a babysitting. So babysitting, this means I'll be dealing with kids, some from 3 to 5 months. So me doing this means that I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more equipment. I'm going to need more materials. So for a fact, I totally believe that this is affordable and this is cheap.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Nitwa Nicole Kamanzi, mvuye muri Bank of Kigali.
Nitwa Emmanuel, mvuye mu Inkomoko, business development.
Biriwe. Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank of Kigali.
Nice to know you. Nayo nitwa Kelia Ruzindana, ndi contestant 47. So my project is mainly based on the major problem that us like young people are facing, which is unemployment. In youth, we are facing unemployment, especially for females, because as the statistics state, as females we are having 26.7%, while males are 19.9%. So for females, it's a very big challenge. So that's when I thought about an application and the website, like a platform, which I named Kazi. E standing for the internet, and Kazi is just job, and also Kazi, like we say, female Umunyarwanda Kazi. So you get, you might say, like, how is it going to work? It's an application, a platform, which is going to link the employers to the employees, like young people who need the job. So the companies, like BK, maybe you might be looking for like a talent, a skill, and you apply on that platform and post a job offer. And also applicants will be registering like job seekers, where they'll be giving like the key information, gender, age, skills, also with qualifications, certificates, all of that. And in linking employers, like girls will be on a highlight to support girls, because this platform will be mainly for girls, like supporting them. But it doesn't mean that if a boy is more qualified than a girl, then he will be on the top. But mostly girls will be highlighted. And the question is, how am I going to generate revenues? Like, how is it going to earn money? So here's the thing. For companies to get listed and to post those job offers, they have to pay as well to give a fee. So that's where we're beginning the money. And also for job seekers, there will be, it will be free. It will have 2 sections, like a free section and a premium. And for the premium, they will be paying a fee. Like, if males are going to pay like 5K for a month, then for females they'll be paying like 3,500 to help them like feel like they can get a job, and from there we can get money. And also from advertising, using that platform, also like for the advertisement on the platform, they'll also be paying. And the advantage on this is that there's going to be the less time for the human resource management, like searching for employees, and it will be very easy to find the employee you want with the skills. And yes, the IT skills and people will increase. Like, people will be like very triggered to use that platform. And as you know, this is not like the only platform like this, but the unique thing is that it is going to be mainly for women, like to empower girls, to empower young women to search for a job and to get some jobs. So it will be facilitating them. Yes, that is it. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to hear from you the employment part of it. How many people are you going to employ? And the second one will be about the jobs which are available on the market. Who's going to load them? Who's going to look for them? And which incentive are you going to give those companies who are going to give you those positions to be able to advertise them on their behalf?
Well, thank you. Like using this platform of Miss Rwanda, it gives like an exposure and it gives you an access to a large audience. So for advertising this platform, it will be very easy and people knowing it. Like mostly as girls in this beauty pageant, we are mostly followed and our audience, it is the youth. Like our audience mainly is young people. So it will be advertised and young people will know more about this and because the fee is really low, so they will be like being able to access it. And for the bigger companies, for the companies, like the assurance that will be giving them is the advertisement that will be doing for that, for this platform. And seeing, I'm not going to state like we'll be employing like 50 people or what, because I'm not going to do it exact. But if we're going to employ like 1,000 people, then it is going to help young kids, young people to get the jobs.
I said employment in your company, not people are going to get jobs through your website.
Like the departments in this platform.
People involved in your project.
Thank you. Now I get. So first of all, it's the ITs because it's all about the internet. It's all about technology. So the ITs, and there's going to be like a marketing section to make it like to give people the knowledge about this platform, and there's also going to be finance because so it will be all about money. Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. One question I have for you is to ask you, how are you going to know that these people who are going to subscribe on your platform, that they're a good fit for those jobs? Because if you find that you are giving someone a non-qualified employee, you are going to lose your name, if I can say. Yeah. How are you going to do that? How are you going to cooperate with that? And also, another one, about the budget. How much will you need to execute your project, and how are you going to get your investment back, and for how long? Because I heard that it's 5,000 or 3,500. Yeah. How are you going to get your investment back?
Thank you so much. As I said when starting this, I said when an applicant is going to apply on our platform, they will be like showing us like the certificates from schools, from where they did the like different degrees, like they'll be posting their diplomas and something which proves their skills, which I'm naming like the certificates. So when I say like I need a person who's like the best in IT, and someone posted like a certificate with an A grade in the IT section, then that would be a perfect fit on that. So if I answered your question, and for the investment, I thought about investing like from 15 to 20 millions to make it work. And if I calculated well, if someone is going to pay 5,000 and we have like, for example, like 1,000 people, 70% is going to be females because they are the ones with the low price, so they're going to be more than men. And if women are going to be 70%, it means it's going to be like 2,450,000, and for males it's going to be like 1,500,000. So if I calculate well, like the break-even point will be like in 3 years and some months. So I think it's a good period of time.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Actually, maybe two. So one is your project, according to how I'm hearing it, is like a listing website where there's like you're connecting people who want jobs and people who are looking for employees. Yes. Now, there are maybe 1 or 2 websites in Rwanda already doing that. Jobs in Rwanda does that. There might be another one, but I don't know. So what are you doing differently from Jobs in Rwanda? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is about your pricing. Charging different amounts for different genders is called positive discrimination, which is good. But there's a flip side to it that in the long run, it promotes something that maybe you don't want. You don't want that girls feel like they should be charged less, yet they have the same capacity and same capabilities. So how do you deal with it's like a conflicting idea. You're telling someone they're capable and they have all the skills, but at the same time, you want to charge them less than the other person. So What do you think about that?
Thank you. As I said, according to the statistics, like the girls are more unemployed than men. So to lift someone up, like we're not going to charge them on the same price. Just to encourage females to get jobs, they're going to be listed. They're going to be charged a very low price for them to feel like, yes, if I'm favored like this, then I can apply. They will feel like they're empowered women. And as you say, the unique thing about this platform that I called eKazi, because the reason why I called Kazi is because it's all about female, like supporting them. So the unique thing is that it's an idea from a girl supporting other girls. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelia.
Thank you.
Mwiriwe?
Mwiriwe neza.
Makuru?
Ni meza.
Ko ndeba wabaye serious cyane. Twagutindiye?
Oya.
Ni amahoro?
Ni amahoro.
Okay. Nitwa Nicole Kamanzi, ndetse muri Bank ya Kigali.
Mwiriwe?
Mwiriwe neza.
Nitwa Dadi, nkora muri Bank ya Kigali.
Mwiriwe neza.
Mwiriwe neza.
Njyewe nitwa Emmanuel, nkora mu Inkomoko, business development.
Ashante.
Watubwira nawe ndani ugakomeza na projet yawe.
Yego. Murakoze. Nanjye nitwa Saro Amanda. Ndi nimero 48 muri aya marushanwa. Munyemerere gutangira in English, if it's okay. Okay. Imagine if we successfully decrease our imports and increase exports, then in a certain character. And imagine if we finally beat the problem of stunting in kids. So my project is about manufacturing mushroom powder. You can ask yourselves why the mushroom powder. Mushroom is very rich and has got low calorie source of proteins and fibers. They also mitigate the risk of developing serious health conditions such as heart diseases, cancer, and diabetes. Normally in Rwanda, there is 98% of mushroom powder, but which we import, which we get from other countries, like United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, and France. Before I talk about the feasibility of this project, I want to first highlight more of the importance of this project. Apart from fighting against stunting and increasing the exports than imports, manufacture of mushroom powder will also provide employment, which I think will increase the development of rural areas. So let me go into this project. It will be done in 2 steps. The first one is about planting those mushrooms, and the second one is about manufacturing that powder through the machine. So the first process of planting them, we will take a small part, or maybe it will depend on the demand on the market. We will take a simple or maybe a large part where we're going to plant those mushrooms. Then it is done in 3 months. That's when you can get the mushrooms. Then after, we will have to process the machine step. That was all. I don't know if I need to develop more or if you got it.
Mushrooms have like tons of health benefits, which is great.
Yeah.
They also grow very fast.
Yes.
So now, question is: Have you identified which? Let me use the word breed, for lack of a better word. Which type of mushroom do you want to use? And then also in terms of processing them from the farm until they actually come out as powder. The processing. What machines are you going to need? What are the different processes that you go through in terms of costing? How much money will you need to the machines? Do you need to conserve the mushrooms? Either from the farms or after they have been produced as powder, and then in terms of sales, okay, that's a lot of questions. But in terms of sales, What's going to be your selling unit? How much are you going to sell them at? How much money do you think you're going to make? What's going to be your profit? Yeah.
Thank you very much. First of all, there are two types of mushrooms. There are mushrooms which we may use in other things, but not being eaten. There are also mushrooms which we can also eat. So I think in production of mushroom powder, I will use the mushrooms which we eat, obviously. So through the process of manufacturing that powder, we will first need them when they are dry, because when they are dry, it's when you can put them in those machines and they finally get to be the powder. So the process, you also asked about that machine and where it will be coming from. It is called mushroom machine powder. Countries like Italy or UK, United Kingdom, and Italy, France, United Kingdom. They are the countries which has got this machine. It requires to take them from that country, and the budget of that machine is $15 US. $15,000 US. And after that, after all the process, after I get the powder, of course it will have to be sold. Of course it will, when the process gets to grow, the project gets to grow, they will also be distributed in Rwandan families so as to fight against this stunting. Also, another thing which I can state about this is that the more we get this mushroom powder from other countries, the more the price is leveling up. So if we get something like a factory or maybe an industry which does this in Rwanda, this will decrease its prices on the market.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you too.
To that question, how are you going to cope with your competitors? Because there are so many mushroom powders on market. Many of them are from the outside. How are you going to beat that competition?
Thank you very much. First of all, I can say that this mushroom powder, it will be made in Rwanda, of course. So I think this in the area of made in Rwanda. Like how did the made in Rwanda get to help Rwandans than those old clothes that we get from the outside? One of the things that I will use when, in terms of beating my competitors, is that starting from the price, we won't have the same prices, because the more they import it, the more the taxes and everything. I think it will have to be. It will have to get low prices compared than the mushroom powders which are on market. And the other thing is that I think before there is this thing we've got as Rwandans, that when we know that this thing is being done within the country, we feel more supportive, and we feel like we are about to support that thing than we support other things from the outside. Apart from prices, I also feel like I will firstly donate to those families. So if they get to test that powder, and they will get to know the other powders, they will have the difference. And also one thing which I can say is that if I get that chance, I will have to work with Minagri and Rab so as to be more innovative and access to every mind which can help me through this.
All right. My last question would be your investment. Have you done some calculations about how are you going to break even, or to get your money back, the money that you are going to invest in your, because start with the price that you are going to put on market, because you say that you are going to lower the price, right? So what is the period of time that you are going to use to get back your investment?
Thank you. To explain the time to when I will get back the money, I'll start by explaining how or to which period of time can I plant this and when will I get them, the process of the powder. Yeah. So only planting this, it will take 2 months, and the third month you can also be you can also get the same quality. I mean the quantity in 3 months. Then after you get the mushrooms, which are dry, of course, in 3 months, there will be also other 2 months of, 1 month of producing that powder. So in total, I will have 4 months to work on that, so I can put the powder on the market. And I calculated this within 8 months that I will be on the break-even point.
Thank you. Amanda, I would like to hear from you the production sequence of mushrooms. Do you know them?
Yes. You mean mushroom powder or how
to grow
mushroom? To grow mushroom.
Yes.
All I know is that mushrooms, they are planted. It doesn't require a big place. That's first. Second, it requires a place which is covered, so as for them to keep the condition within the mushrooms. And another thing which I know is that after planting them, of course, you will get to the soil which you use to plant the mushrooms has to be more fertile. Rather than that, I think I will work with the experts which know about mushrooms.
And your projects, you want to execute it from which region of Rwanda?
Thank you. We all know that in this development, Rwanda is a developing country, and in this developing process, we all get that rural areas are a little bit behind than this capital city or any other places. So I would rather choose doing this in rural areas, especially the northwest. Yeah, and so as to also bring them up through development.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.
Amakuru yanyu?
Amakuru ni meza.
Ko mbona nta morale ufite?
Oya ndayifite.
Urashaka amafaranga?
Cyane.
Cyangwa twagutindiye washonje?
Oya.
Okay, nitwa Nicole, mvuye muri Bank ya Kigali.
Nitwa Emmanuel, mvuye mu kigo Inkomoko Business Development.
Biriwe. Nitwa Dadi, nkomotse muri Bank ya Kigali.
Yego, murakoze. Nanjye nitwa Umuhoza Emma Pascaline, ndi nimero 53 muri irushanwa rya Nyampinga w'u Rwanda 2022. Yego, Umuhoza Emma Pascaline.
Umuhoza, twaje kumva umushinga wawe kugira ngo turebe uburyo twakorana. Nicole arashaka kuguha amafaranga kandi menshi, ariko kugira ngo yaguhe ugomba kumubwira projet irenze, ugomba kumwemeza.
Yego, nta kibazo.
Are you ready?
Cyane. Igihugu cyacu leta y'ubumwe iri gushyigikira abari n'abategarugori, ariko mbona haracyarimo intege nke ku bakobwa, ntabwo baritinyuka. Hari imwe mu mirimo batinya gukora bitewe n'uko babumva ko ari iy'abagabo, bakumva ntabwo bo bayikora ngo ibe yabageza kure cyangwa se ibe yabafasha mu kwiteza imbere. Ariyo mpamvu nari natekereje umushinga w'ibijyanye no navuga gushaka isoko ry'ishyamba, hanyuma nkaba nakora imbaho, mfite uruganda rwanjye, noneho nkashaka agace kabamo amashyamba. Natekereje guhera muri Nyabihu kuko ariho nari nabonye ko hariho hagaragara amashyamba, noneho ishyamba mbonyeyo nkaba nakuramo ibiti, hanyuma ngewe nifitiye uruganda rutunganya imbaho. Izo mbaho arizo nzashakira isoko mu bigo by'amashuri cyangwa se ahandi hantu hakenewe nk'intebe zo mu rwicariro, mu ruganiriro, cyangwa se ibikoresho byose bituruka ku biti, ariko ari ngewe ubyikoreye. Ni umushinga ugoranye, ni umushinga ukorwa n'abagabo 80% n'abagabo usangamo ahanini, ariko ngewe nkeka ko mukoze ni nka innovation. Ni umushinga nabanzanye ari innovation
kuko n'abamukoze ndi umukobwa uragoye kugira ngo uwacivinge, ariko mbonye imbaraga zitandukanye nawugeza kure kandi wamfasha mu kwiteza imbere. Akoze.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Umushinga w'imbaho.
Guteza imbere ububaji cyangwa se ibintu bijyanye n'imbaho.
Okay. Ndi kubona handitse cypress niyo type ya wood.
Ego, hano hariho navuga nk'ibiti, ubwoko bw'ibiti bitandukanye. Hariho cypress aho metero 2 ni igiciro 800. Hanyuma metero 4 ni 1600. Metero 4 za Grevillient nabwo n'ubwoko bw'igiti ni icyabiri. Hanyuma Grevillient nanone metero 2 ni amafaranga 600. Hakabaho igiciro kiriho uyu munsi ari cyo nacyo cy'ikingiki ku isoko nyine i Kigali. Usanga niba ari cypress ifite ari igiti gifite metero 2, usanga price ari 1000, ariko bayigeza ku isoko ugasanga kigiye ku mafaranga 1600.
Antunze gato. Aho ngaho cypress ya metero 2 ni 800.
Yego.
Aho ni mu ishyamba aho bazikura.
Yego.
Hanyuma yagera ku isoko bakayicuza 1600.
Yego.
Okay. Si ikibazo ngiye kubaza ni ibijyanye na volume. Utekereza ko wazaza ucuruza izingana gute? Ese ko bazicuruza babanze kuzanika? Ese ibijyanye naho uzaza uzibika? Niba ari process hari kubanza gukata ibiti kubaza niko nabyita, hanyuma haba kuzisitoka kugira ngo zume, kuko zitumye ntabwo azicuruza. Icyo ngicyo hanyuma uzakorana nande? Ese ufite abantu basanzwe babikora muzakorana? Hanyuma ibijyanye n'amafaranga hano ntabwo ndi kubisobanukirwa neza, ariko wadusobanurira ibijyanye no kuvuga ngo uzashora ngahe, uzunguka ngahe mu gihe kingana gute? Yego.
Mpereye ku cyo warumbajije cya mbere nindamuka mbikozeho abantu bo mfiteho, ntabwo mfite abantu bahagije, nabagiye bama amakuru atandukanye, nanjye ubwanjye nkikorera market research. Ariko ukuntu nabibonye, niba mfashe ntabwo navuga ngo ni volume y'ingiyi, ngewe nzafata nk'ishyamba riri mu gace akariko kose, mbe rwiyemezamirimo cyane cyane nkoranye na PSF, mbe rwiyemezamirimo, hanyuma mfate ndebe ahantu hari ishyamba, hanyuma ibiti nzajya nkurayo mbize. Ntabwo nzajya mba mfite umunabo navuga ngo ni umubare uri precise gutya, nzajya nzana bitewe n'isoko njye mfite. Niba nakoranye n'ikigo cy'amashuri cyantumye wenda umubare, nanjye nzajya ndeba, hanyuma aba ari byo biti nkurayo mbijyane mu ruganda nzaba mfite, ari byo nakubwiye ko nkeneye uruganda ruzajya rubitunganya byose.
Uri kuvuga izikoreshwa nk'inkwi cyangwa izo gukora?
Oya, izo kubaza.
Okay.
Izo kubaza zavamo intebe, ibitanda. Yego.
Okay. Sawa.
Niba numvishe neza, uzaba ufite uruganda rukora intebe zo mu rugo, intebe zo ku mashuri, ibitanda zitanga.
Okay.
Niye motivation yatumye uhitamo iyi projet?
Motivation ahanini nkuko tubizi, iyi ngiyi ni innovative project. Naricaye ndeba projet naba nihariyeho, atari projet wenda ntago birakorwa, ni ibintu ni business isanzwe ikorwa, ariko umubare munini ni projet y'abagabo. Nyikubwiye wenda uri umumama cyangwa se umukobwa mugenzi wanjye, ushaka kuvuga ati ibyo bintu birakomeye, ibyo bintu ntago wapfa kubishobora, biragoye. Ariko ngiye naravuze why not, ngiye ntabigerageza ntabikoramo, kandi ko byangeza kure, kuko mbikoze ndi umukobwa. Hari abakobwa benshi naberaho icyitegererezo, ndetse ni naho nakura n'amasoko. Hari nk'ibigo ibigo by'amashuri bimenyereye gukoresha wenda abagabo n'iki, nanjye aho nazajya ngera ndakeka batanyima isoko, kuko baba babona nyine hari aho abakobwa tumaze kugera. Ku nicyo kintu cyatumye numva ariyo projet nakoraho.
Ni projet nziza cyane, biranatangaje kuyitekereza uri umukobwa, byo bivuga n'ukuri. Ariko nanone hari ikintu kijyanye no kubungabunga ibidukikije.
Yego.
Hano muri iyi projet yawe harimo kuzangiza amashyamba. Niko ngiye mbyise.
Yego.
Bizagenda bite? Cyo ni kimwe. Cya kabiri, abagabo babikora cyangwa abandi bantu babikora uyu munsi bakoresha imbaho zo mu Rwanda cyangwa barazimporta ziva hanze. Kubera iki? Umwihariko wawe muri iyi projet ni uwuhe? Usibye kuba uri umudamu uzaba uri muri iyi projet, uwundi mwihariko wawe ni uwuhe kuko hari abantu tuzi hano hanze n'amazina tuzi tuvuga tutuye turamuzi kuri Ribuyu turamuzi kuri iki none hariho tugiye kubona kuri Cypre na Gerveriya sibyo umwihariko wawe ni uwuhe
umwihariko wanjye rero nuko nzakoresha ibyo mu Rwanda hano mu gihugu atari kuvuga ngo ni ibyo nakuye hanze nzakoresha products za hano mu Rwanda hanyuma abo wenda navuga ko bakoresha nk'ibyo hanze ngiye ntabwo nshaka kuzakoresha ibyo nkuye hanze ahubwo ngiye nshaka ko ibyanjye bizagera kure ku buryo no hanze byahagera ariko ngiye nakuye ibyo hanze ngo bari byo nkoresha hanyuma umwihariko wanjye nyuma y'uko wenda nabandi umukobwa ukoze kuri uyu mushinga nuko aho bavuga ngo wenda no kwangiza ibidukikije nanjye nari nabitekerejeho ariko nsanga n'ubundi nko mu mategeko yo kwita ku bidukikije harimo niba utemye igiti ugomba gutera ikindi nanjye abakozi nzakoresha bazaba bashinzwe wenda kumufasha muri ibyo ngibyo bazajya baba bafite itegeko bagomba kugenderaho ryo kwita ku bidukikije ari iryo gutema igiti ugatera ikindi
urakoze Emma kuri presentation yawe nziza n'umushinga wawe ni mwiza ko uwo mushinga wawe ari umushinga ubusanzwe usaba icyo nakwita nk'amafaranga menshi kuko abantu babikora nk'ibyo ushobora gukora bashyiramo amafaranga menshi cyane kugira ngo babashe kunguka ntabwo batangira bacuruza imbaho nkeya ngo babone kunguka batangira ahubwo bacuruza nyinshi bakagenda bunguka ikindi wenda harimo n'abakobwa n'abadamu hari abonzi bari muri iyo business ariko usanga ikibazo cya mbere abantu bose bagira ni ukubona isoko wowe ni izihe strategy ufite zo kugira ngo izi mbaho nuramuka uzibonye uzabona umuguzi kandi uwo muguzi wawe azakugurire areke kugurira abo bandi benshi nabo bahari bamaze n'imyaka muri business
murakoze ikibazo cya mbere ngiye kugusubiza ku kibazo cya mbere kijyanye n'igiciro ndumva rumbajije ibijyanye n'uko zihenze n'uko business ihenze business kuba ihenze irahenze ariko ngewe nkora projet aho nagiye mbaza wenda ukuntu natangira ntabwo natangira nk'umuntu wari umaze imyaka 20 wenda akora projet natangira nubwo natangirana ibintu imbaraga ziri hejuru cyangwa se wenda igishoro kiri hejuru ariko naho nazagera wenda nanjye nkagera kure ntekereza natekereje gutangira na miliyoni 25 hagati ya miliyoni 25 na miliyoni 30 zikavamo ahantu hatoya ho gukorera ho kubanza kubaza izo nkwi ibyo biti nazanye bakabibaza neza bakabikoramo ibyo ngibyo n'imashini izajya ibimfashamo no guhemba abakozi na transport nibyo bintu nari nabonye bya hosting kandi nkunguka ntabwo ari ibintu nakora nyine ngo ngiye mombe
okay urakoze aha kabazo mfite kamatsiko bimeze nkaho cyane uri gutagetinga ibigo by'amashuri ese uzajya ubiseringa izihe product imbaho cyangwa se intebe z'abana bicaraho uzajya baseringa iki cyane ibigo by'amashuri
cyane ni ibitanda cyane mu bigo by'abiga babamo ni ibitanda bararamo bimwe biba bigerekeranye kuko bikoreshwa mu mbaho bimwe na bimwe hanyuma n'intebe bicaraho nyine bigaho bicayeho nicyo kintu cyane nzi yatagitinga ariko si abanyeshuri gusa kuko n'intebe zo mu ruganiriro cyangwa se utubati dusanzwe two mu ngo zisanzwe natwo nazajya ndukora ariko cyane hazama ama opportunities byazava muri ibyo bigo by'amashuri
donc projet yawe simbaho gusa ufite n'ukuntu uzakora atelier yo gukora amaproduit fin
ego ntago ari ukuvuga ngo nimbaho gusa nimbaho nzajya nkoramo ibitanda urumva nzajya nzana ibiti hanyuma nzajya mba mfite abashinzwe gutunganya wenda izo ntebe ibyo bitanda byose
okay urakoze cyane
urakoze
mwiriwe
neza
yego nitwa Nicole mvuye muri Bank ya Kigali
nitwa Emmanuel mvuye mu Inkomoko business development
mwiriwe nitwa Dadi nkora muri Bank ya Kigali
murakoze nitwa Bahenda umurerwa Arlette Amanda abandi nimero 55 I want to start by asking you apart from gorilla parks volcanoes and museums what other touristic places do we tell tourists to visit in Rwanda? Because this is a question that I failed to answer. Umuntu tourist wari wambajije tu
Like apart from kubabwira ngo bajye kureba gorillas, canopy walking, what else do you offer in Rwanda? That is why I want to create an app for putting out there every touristic place in Rwanda. Like, for example, we have different artistic centers, like Nema Art Center, we have Castle, and those are places that also tourists can visit, and they can actually buy something from our artists, our Rwandan artists that gets to showcase different arts in those centers. So they can visit them, they can buy things from there. It's literally like we're getting more foreign currency. They get to visit the volcanoes, but they don't get to buy a gorilla. They don't get to take anything home. But if they visit places like that that even have things that as Rwandans that we create, they will also get to take it home with them, and then they also come back for more. And then also we have different game centers. We have Canal Olympia, we have Fazenda. There's like if you want to have fun, we have also different places you can go to. If you want to relax, we have places we can go to. Not exactly all those top touristic places, but also we have more fun. Because if you want to get to know Rwanda more, I believe you get to know Rwanda more by living a life of a Rwandan person here. So if we get to let them see all those places and also like different shops where they get to get clothes from, let's say, made in Rwanda products, not only like Motions. Motions has been out there for a longer time. So we also want to involve the upcoming made in Rwanda products, put them on the app so that they can be showcased also. So yeah, my app will be able to showcase all different touristic places that are not put out there in the right way. And then I'll also definitely the funds that I'll be provided with. It will help me to find a team of developers that will help me to create the app, start like running it, and then also find like a marketing team to work with, and then also find all those centers, touristic places to partner with them. So yeah, so I would create a touristic app.
Thanks, Arlette. Are you a developer yourself?
No, I'm not.
No, okay. So the app you're trying to create, there's one or two people doing the same, or apps that are similar. TripAdvisor has something like that. If I type in, let's say, parks in Rwanda or hotels or game, whatever, it's going to give me a list of places that I could go to. So now the question is, you knowing that there's 1, 2, 3 people doing something similar, how is yours different? That's number one. Number two, how once your app is created and it's hosted on App Store and Play Store, how will you make sure that people actually download it? You know, how do you get people to download your app? And then the other question is, how will you make money from that, from your business idea? Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Yes, like TripAdvisor, it shows you the places. But my app, the one that I'm saying, is it shows you places, but also the products. TripAdvisor, I don't think it has shops that showcases the different arts or made in Rwanda products. They just show you places you can go to, but they do not show you the products that they offer, like those places they offer. And also, in that app, you can be able to book, if you want to go maybe to Inema Art Center, you can be able to book from that specific app. So for me, I can get the, let's say, for example, 5% commission from what the customer has booked. So for me, I'll get a commission from the bookings. Also, if I'm partnering up with those different centers, then also I get a percentage from what they're getting.
You have a great idea, and I think that app will help. So, as my colleague asked, how are you going to cope with your competitors? That's one. And you said you are going to be putting the products on your website, on your app. I think it's an app, right?
Yes.
Website in Kigali that has the same thing, that displays a lot of art for the artist, and then they sell through those platforms. And I hear that yours is going to be like a guideline somehow, and if you want, you can also buy. But when you get to the place that you are going, so how are you going to make sure that those clients who saw an artist or a recreation place on your app, you are going to get the money from that recreation, because they are not going to know if the client don't tell them that they saw it on your app. So I feel like there is a gap between you having access to the money that those clients will pay those guys, because you are not going to be there. And I can even come to your app, watch only, and then go to the places that I want without getting in contact with you. So how are you going to manage that?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I get the gap. But I feel like if I partner, let's say with, as I continue saying, Inema Art Center is just an example. And if I get to showcase their products, because maybe if you go to Inema Art Center, you don't know, like on the app, you get to see these products are for sale, and this, like you get to see all the products that are for sale. So when you get there, you can I want to buy this product, yes. But if they're your partners, they also have a part they play. So I don't know if I can say they can also give me the information that this person came looking for this, and maybe they got it from the app, so that they can also help me, because it's a partner. It has to be both ways. I help market for them, but they also help me out with what the customers are coming to buy, if they got it from my app or if not.
I want to give you an advice that those partnerships that you are going to make with those clients, it will be good if a buyer buys the product through you.
From the app?
Yeah, not the other way around, because that's how you are going to make sure that you know that someone has bought something that you posted on your app.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that in case they don't decide to buy it from the app and decide to go there. But yes, there will be a place to buy things. All those products, of course, are not just showcase them for them to see and then just go.
Okay.
They can just see them and then buy them. But if they prefer also to go in person, they can go and get it in person.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. You have a nice bag.
Thank you.
My name is Nicole from Bank of Kigali.
My name is Dadi, and I work for Bank of Kigali.
Hello. My name is Emmanuel. I'm from Inkomoko Business Development.
Okay, nice to meet you all. My name is Wikuzo Marie Magnifica, and I'm contestant number 67. And I'll be using a PowerPoint. I think they'll be setting it up. Thank you once again. So my project is she made. Now, 1 liter is the 2,000. 1 liter. Yeah, those are samples.
No, this one. Okay, I was going to say it's very expensive, rather than the other ones on the market. But if it's 1 liter for 2,000, that's good. So also, do you have so many different packagings, for 1 liter, for 5, and?
So as I said, this was a project that we were doing at home. So we're still small, right? We're making things for people who ask us to do them. Basically, if we have a market, then we're doing it. We don't have a shop yet. That's why we're asking for funding in the first place. Yeah. So
if you get that funding, what are you going to do?
So if I get funding, first of all, I would get employees, right? Because it's better. it's time wasted if you don't know you're using people like at home, your brothers or anything. But if they're employees, they'll be faster, and you will buy like machinery that is specifically made for that, like traditional machine and mixing machines and batch. So batch is a product though. Yeah. So like I would make sure we have those, and we've seen people loving it. So it can be easy to market it to other people, like you said, to hotels. They can love it, but if we don't have enough employees or the capacity to satisfy that market, then we can be going to people like, we have this, and then give them less. I don't know if you get it. Yeah. So if we work on getting more now quantity for the market.
Okay, that means that you are still trying to understand your customers, right?
No,
your customers' needs.
No, we know our customers, but we look for customers before we make a product. Because we don't have, let's say if you put something maybe in a shop, that means you can always get more if they ask you. So if we don't have enough employees, we don't have enough raw materials to do that, then people will keep asking and there will be shortage of supply. So right now we make products for someone who asks them. Like we go and tell you, we do this and this and this, and then if you like, we take samples, like I took samples, and then we tell you maybe in 2 days, you get your product.
All right. After getting licensing and doing the branding that you have to do for your product, I'm going to ask you. You said you need 13 million. 0.1 million. Yeah. So, have you calculated how long it will take you to get back that money?
First of all, I wouldn't invest 13 million, 0.1 right at the go, right? If I have it, it will be a safe zone to work. Let's say you're working knowing you're able to pay the employees, right? You're working knowing you're able to, if you're using maybe 1,000 for the products, you know you're making something like 300 for profit, right? So according to my customers, the amount of customers I have, I think that would determine the time I would be able to get back the 13 million. But I wouldn't invest it right at the go. It's even possible that I will still have something like 5 M at the end of 6 months because I didn't use it already. Maybe I'm using it, so I'm waiting to pay the employees or something like that. So, yeah. But I would say 6 months, 7 months, it wouldn't go higher than that to get back this amount of money.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Welcome. Do you want any of my products?
Yes. Where's the Momo code? Hey, give. Hey.
Thank you very much. My name is Nicole. I'm from Bank of Kigali.
My name is Emmanuel from Inkomoko Business Development.
My name is Dadi. I work in Bank of Kigali.
Thank you. I'm going to introduce myself as well. My name is Marlene Wimana, contestant number 69 in Miss Rwanda 2022. I am a master's student at the African Center of Excellence. I'm doing my master's program in data science, and I am the co-founder as well as the marketing director of Sunshine Beauty Limited, which is a business registered in RDB for now 5 months, and we specialize in making soaps, as my dear colleague just did. But allow me to use this presentation. I did not bring the product, but I have some Black Friday flyers I use for the selling, so I'm going to use them to show you my product. We make 20 liters, 5 liters, and 1 liter. So Sunshine, actually, it came from I make the product, and I market it, I sell it, I deliver the product, and yeah, it smells amazing. The name Sunshine came from the color when we made it. It looked to me like a sunshine, then that's how I named it. So mainly, this is the main, the best sale that we have for 20 liters. And these are just for 5 liters, we just put it in the supermarkets for retail. And we use Sunshine as a multi-cleaning purpose detergent for cleaning the floors. Buriya ntabwo ari byiza gukoresha omo kubera ko isigaho scratches ku makaro no ku mamodoka yanyu, mbashishikariza no kuzaza. Oh, by the way, this promotion is also valid for you too, if you want the product as soon as we get out of here. So ntabwo ari byiza gukoresha omo ku modoka isigaho scratches gakuraho kari agashayino kaba kariho. So tuyikoresha dukora isuku, amasuku yose, gukoropa, koza amamodoka, koza ibyombo. It smells good, super good. And you would wonder what is the difference between my soap, ko hari n'abandi bantu bakora amasabuni n'izindi sabuni zose zihari. Isabuni yacu yanjye isabuni yacu ikintu cya mbere ifite, by the way, dufite in 2 colors, dufite in green and we have it in the sunshine color, but iyo umukiriya ashaka ko ducustomizing color ashaka aramubwira nkamukorera iyo ashaka. So ikintu itandukaniyeho n'izindi sabuni, isabuni yanjye iri concentre. Ibi bivuze iki? Ishobora kugura kimwe n'izindi sabuni ku isoko ariko iri concentre. Ni ukuvuga ngo dushyiraho gake, ni no sabuni nkoresha mu rugo, dushyiraho gake yakaba gahagije kugira ngo koze ibyombo byose bihari, gakora isuku, amakaro ake, inzu yose irangire udacuritse akabido kose ngo kamaremo. So that's the speciality of our soap. That's true. No kuvuga ngo mu gihe isabuni yashobora kumara nk'ukwezi, izindi sabuni ushobora kugura nk'utubido tubiri on the same price. Ubwo murabyumva abantu economically murabyumva kari byiza. So munyemerere mbereke SWOT analysis ya business yanjye. No kuvuga ngo Sunshine dufite our strength and our weaknesses. So one of the strengths nuko we have a specific formula. I'm telling you this formula is special. And ikindi kintu nuko iri climate friendly kubera ko ngerageza en fait ndacyari muri etude y'ukuntu najya nkoresha amazi y'imvura ko kugira ngo dukoresha amazi yayibase deja nayo ntabwo hagije abanyarwanda bose, so akwa bon ça sert gukoresha amazi twakanyweye ngo tuyakoresha isabuni. So ndashaka hari formule nkiri yacyari mu nzira ntabwo birarangira, nshaka gukoresha kugira ngo mpindure amazi y'imvura abe amazi meza ushobora gukoresha mu isabuni. All right? Okay. Those are the strengths y'isabuni yacu. Hanyuma one of the weaknesses ni ukubera ko dufite low market share. Ni kuvuga ngo abantu supplying na hotel, kandi nabwo na hotel nagiye nkafata umwanya nkajya kubareba nkababwira my product, bakayikunda bakayigerageza hanyuma bagakomeza bansaba ko to delivering the product. Amashuri amwe namwe maternelle, les écoles secondaires. Ikindi kintu nuko oh my goodness, my finances are terrible. So we have low financial capacities. I cannot produce as much as I would love. Nk'ubu ngubu I'm producing a drum. So nukuvuga ngo ku cyumweru niba ndi gukora drum imwe birampenda kuruta uko nakorera nyinshi icyarimwe hakavamo inyungu. Ikindi low equipment capacities. Ntabwo ndagira equipment nk'izo nifuza kuba mfite kugira ngo producing as much as I want. No mu buryo bwatuma dutera imbere kubera ko guproducinga gutya no kugira ngo nyine business ikomeze igende, mbona uko nishyura imisoro, mbona uko twishyura abakozi kubera ko ubu ngubu dufite abakozi babiri, umfasha mu gupackaging n'umfasha mu kuvanga isabuni niba muzi ukuntu zikorwa. Ni bifasha kugira ngo dupushinga ariko ntabwo biratangira kwinjiza nk'uko mbyifuza. Kandi la formula n'ukuri ikwiriye push kugira ngo producing isabuni nyinshi. Hanyuma ikindi kintu, the opportunities we have. We are close to our market. I Kigali abantu bose barashaka amasabuni yo gukora muri beka, barashaka amasabuni yo gukoropa. By the way, we supply next to your hariya hafi iwanyu kwa Makuza. Supplying ma cleaning companies, tugasuplying isoko rirahari kandi ni nini. Mfite n'abantu benshi bajya bambwira ko bashaka ko mbazanira ariko nta bushobozi mfite bwo producinga bwo gusupplyinga iyo demand ihari. Ikindi ni nuko raw materials zirahari gusa ndangura nyine duke two gukora drum. if I can mfite ubushobozi najya ndangura ku madrum ko iyo nguriye produit icyarimwe nibwo nungukamo. Ikindi rero ndifuza ku expandinga business yacu, ntabwo nzi gukora izi savon liquide gusa zazindi naberetse, mais aussi nzi no gukora isabuni zikomeye pour les femmes, agapo keza njya nkorera abashuti banjye barwara nka acne, nkamukorera isabuni ikomeye nziza yo koga mu maso n'isabuni ikomeye yo koga ku mubiri. So those are the skills I would love to. Izo ntabwo ziri ku isoko, niyo nzikoze abari nyikoreye abashuti banjye cyangwa zo gukoresha mu rugo, ariko zo ntabwo nzigurisha. So ndifuza ko nazo nazishyira ku isoko nkazigurisha. Hanyuma the market as well, we want to expand our market kubera ko I believe ko atari mu Rwanda gusa duzikeneye, dushobora no kuziproducinga zikaba nyinshi tukajya twohereza no muri East African ko we already have a market, tukajya twohereza abaturanyi bacu. Noneho rero bimwe mu mbogamizi duhura nazo, iya mbere ni amazi nyine. Urumva ko nababwiye ko bikiri muri process yo gushaka ukuntu nakoresha amazi y'imvura kubera ko ni which is also the 2 points of my innovation points. Nuko pas seulement ko nshaka gukoresha amazi y'imvura kugira ngo bidufashe no mu guproteja our climate, nkuko insanganyamatsiko y'uyu mwaka ivuga ko gender equality today for sustainable tomorrow, mbese irashishikariza climate friendly businesses, climate friendly decisions, byose mu murongo kugira ngo tugire sustainable tomorrow. I think my business is in regard with even this year's theme, yo celebrating the Women's Day. Hanyuma indi mbogamizi ni COVID, obviously abantu bose yabagezeho. Gusa ikintu ndi proud yacyo nuko même si nakomezaga kwiga aussi nabashije nyine gukomeza business. I kept on selling and we pushed, but we still need a huge pushing hand. Hanyuma I don't think you're interested in this. These are my everything I buy, and then uburyo be registering. These are the calculations. They can be again. So the calculations, if you can see clearly, this is the budget we have so far, and for different comment on appelle ça, les ingrédients dukoresha. Ego hanyuma ibi nibyo nakwifuje ko mfite mbaye ngura I don't know if you know the product, but mbaye ngura nka ngaro ya kugira ngo nkoreshe 214,000 nkakoresha nkagura ku madrum nkagura byinshi. This will be the budget. This is an estimated budget for me to produce 20 drums. Nababwiye ko producing ku madrum imwe ibirimo nka 11-12 jerrycan. So estimating nayanga ashobora gukenera kugira ngo producing 20 drums kugira ngo byibuze havemo ikintu. So far nyuma they can make a report like a huge so this is like a vision of 2 years. Ubwo nagiye mfata buri product kugira ngo ndebe uko bimeze. Niba mureba neza reka dufate nka inventory murabona aka bar ka orange niho tugeze, but izi za bleu niho nifuza kugera nkoresheje ya mafaranga naberetse. So this is like a summary chart ya ziriya dépenses na estimation cost yuko twatera imbere. Hanyuma this is a business profile so far. Biragaragara neza ko it's not perfect. I'm not a professional actually, which is also one of which is also one of the things numva na benefiting turamutse dukoranye na profita partnership mufitanye n'Inkomoko bakamfasha no kunoza neza this business plan. It's a good product, but it needs professionals bamfasha ku yes. Bon, izi ni sales ariko dépense murabona ko zikiri hejuru kubera ko I keep on investing and I'm only using my scholarship, by the way. Hanyuma ngira ngo about the business expansion and the market expansion nababwiye ko drum imwe nshaka ko ubu duri ku bushobozi bwo producing 1 drum par semaine nifuza ko twaproducinga byibuze 20 kugira ngo bibashe kuvamo. Hanyuma aba nibo bantu nifuza gukorana nabo. Ndifuza abantu bamfasha muri izi domaine ntari good at professionally babizi. We need a managing director. Ko urebye ibintu byose nkaho mba mbikora. Ndi mu bintu byose ndifuza rero ko mudufasha kubona uko dukorana n'aba bantu kugira ngo twagure tubashe guproducinga za 20 drums per week. Hanyuma aho nashaka kwifasizinga cyane ni hano kuri factory workers. For the moment nanditse 4 ariko nifuza ko byagura ku buryo barenga 4 ku buryo dushobora kujya dukorana byibuze n'abantu 30 tukazajya no kuri level yo kujya duha twigisha ama trainings baba mama dukorana kugira ngo nabo bige batwigireho nabo bakomeze nkuko BK bivuga financially transforming lives. I also want their lives to be transformed. So basically that's it, and I would love to invite your questions kugira ngo tutahe twabyumvise. By the way,
thanks a lot for this. So I'm interested in, before you started talking about the products, you said something about data science.
Yeah.
You're a data scientist.
I am training to be one. So far, so good. Yeah.
Okay. I saw some files there, so I guess it's your data science is helping you in keeping track of your numbers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one question is, what inspired you to actually go into soap and not maybe something else? And then I had a question about the numbers. So we saw what would be your budget, but what would be in terms of profitability of the business? Let's assume if you get all the funding you need, how many drums would you be producing per day, and how much money would that make you in terms of sales and in terms of margin?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean to take all the questions, or I can first answer?
It's better if you answer the one that you just heard, so that you can. Yeah.
Okay. Nene bigabanyije muri semaine. Nanavuze ubu ngubu duproducinga drum imwe cyangwa imwe n'igice ku cyumweru. Ariko ndifuza ko duproducinga drums 20. So nukuvuga ngo turamutse duproducinga drum 20 hajya havamo profit ya 2.4 M per week. Kubera ko twajya dukoresha 9.6 M muri production, twagurisha 12 M, so la différence est 2.4 M millions. Hanyuma ikindi kibazo wambajije, what inspired me to get into soap making? So nukuvuga ngo mfite projet iri anaberetse Tabita Foundation. I am the founder. C'est un projet imfashe ku mutima cyane. So I wanted nayo nyayikoreshaga bourse. Ufata ibintu byo gufasha abana mu miryango yabo, nabyo nabikoreshaga bourse. Et j'ai réalisé que bourse yangize hagara octobre cette année. J'ai réalisé que nyuma ya bourse abana bazakomeza kwiga. And I wanted something izakomeza ku producing amafaranga. Nuko nagiye mu isabune. It is something I knew. Nari nzi ukuntu babikora. And then I got into business. Nari nzi kumwe n'abandi ba partenaire, niyo mpamvu ntabwo nari kubikora jyenyine. Nani investinga mu bindi bintu, mu buhinzi, ndi n'umuhinzi mwiza cyane rwose. Muri mwe niba rushaka kuzahinga zantume kuri terrain, ndagiyeho nkabikora neza cyane. So I wanted to invest in a few things bizakomeza guproducing amafaranga mu gihe bourse ihagaze. Kandi ni nayo mpamvu nashyizemo gukorana na bariya bamama, kubera ko bamwe muri bo bafite ibibazo mu miryango. Nubwo dufite umupsikologe, sinzi niba mwarebye kuri website, ariko dufite umupsikologe w'imiryango w'abana bitewe n'amaserivisi atandukanye twa dutanga. Elle s'appelle Christelle, she's amazing. So iyo tubona ababyeyi bageze kuri level yuko bashobora gukora uturimo kugira ngo twinjize amafaranga, iyo atarabona business yiwe ashaka kugira ngo tumufashe kubuildinga iyo business yiwe, je les invite ici bagakorana natwe, bagatwara ya mafaranga kugira ngo agatwara muri babandi dusanzwe dukorana. Kandi nzi neza ko ce sont des familles vulnerable households bayakeneye vraiment. Oui. Did I answer your question? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marlene, for your presentation.
Thank you to you.
And your soap I can't wait to see how concentrated it is. So maybe I will buy one in the future.
Oh, please. And I will gladly deliver that.
Thank you. So my question comes to how do you produce the soap? And I've seen that your costs, in the figure you showed us that the costs are higher than the sales, than the profit. And you explained to us that it's because of you are still injecting money in your business.
Yes.
But I want to look specifically on the product, on the production. Aya mafaranga 729 yo kugira ngo ubone drum imwe, ariya mafaranga iyo yatanze naya cost zijyana na product gusa?
Oya, ntabwo ari product gusa, ni ukuvuga ngo hajyamo ibintu byose, guhera igihe tuguze les produits, product zose, abakozi twakoranye, amazi twaguze, transport yo kubitwara ku mu client, kugera byose birangiye. Yes. Kandi iyi 700,000 ntabwo ari ay'ukwezi kumwe kose, ni y'amezi 4 tumaze dukora. This is going to be the 5th month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So iyo drum imwe iyo uyikoze, ndashaka kureba inyungu iri kuri drum imwe. Yego.
So nuvuga ngo iyo nkoze drum imwe, nk'ubu ngubu nkora imwe mu cyumweru, usanga ndi kunguka amafaranga make nyuma ya za dépenses zose nakubwiye zavuyemo, hashaka nko gusigara 7,000. It is very sad, I know, but tubashije gukora drum 20 byibuze, dushobora kujya twunguka about 12k 12,000 kuri buri drum, ubwo tugakoba drum 20.
Okay. Birumvikana, ariko drum imwe niba iri kunguka 7,000, sibyo?
Igihe nayikoze yonyine.
Igihe wayikoze yonyine. Yes. Igihe wayikoze yonyine. Kuri market ho bimeze gute? Ese ntabwo nshaka kujumpinga kuri drum 20 mvuye kuri imwe, ndashaka kumva realistically ni izihe drum wacuruza mu cyumweru kimwe?
Yego.
Igihe zaba zirenze ya yindi imwe ariko zitari 20.
Ubu ngubu mfite n'amasoko ahari ntabasha gusupplyinga gusa kubera ko nta produit mfite. Ni ukuvuga ngo niyo nakora drum 15 tubara kuzitanga icyo gihe twamaze kuzikora tugapackaginga, dushobora kurara turangije kuzitanga 15. Ni ukuvuga ngo izo 5 zindi nari nongeyeho, ni kubera ko hari andi masoko ahari ntarafata, arahari gusa ariko sindafata. Abantu bayakoresheje usanga ari nk'ubukangurira produit, ukayikunda, ukazansuggestiinga ko nza gusaba isoko ahantu nkaribona, ariko ntarajya kuvugana nabo. Yego.
So urakoze. Capacity yawe rero noneho yawe na team yawe ishobora gukora drums 15?
Ubu ntabwo twabibasha.
Okay.
Otherwise nagerageje.
Ntabwo ndi kuvuga money wise, ndavuga machine mukoresha, ababikora bashobora guproducing izo drums. Raw material iramutse ibonetse?
Raw material zirahari kubera ko tuzigurira ziba zihari vraiment, nabo bagusha mu bidrum binini. Ahubwo icyo nakora kugira ngo producing za zindi 20 nukongera abantu dukorana, ko team y'abantu 2 3 nanjye wa gatatu ni ntoya, nukuvuga nakongera abantu dukorana, nkongera n'ama produit, nkongera na ni ya ntuza naberetse ningi. Exactly, this is how we do it. Nukuvuga ngo izi ni ingredient dukoresha, nakongera ingredients bitewe na capacity ya za drum tushaka gukora. So this estimation iyi ni ya drum 20. Yego.
Ndifuza yuko wenda wazasubira inyuma ukajya muri details neza ukareba impamvu cost zawe ziba hejuru, kubera yuko labor ufite abantu bakeya, ariko cost zagenda zikaba hejuru. So ntekereza ko muri production niba ari uko isabune yawe iri concentré cyane ari byo bituma iguhenda kuyikora, ariko you can review kubera yuko harimo gap hagati y'amafaranga ukoresha n'amafaranga winjiza muri business. So ariko ubundi the whole idea ni nziza. Keep doing it, keep supporting those kids and families.
Thank Thank you very much. That's actually one of the services I would love gukorana namwe. Nuko haracyarimo gap, and I know that, and I see that, but I don't know exactly uburyo nyikuramo. Apart yuko nzi ko produit nziza kandi mfite isoko na demande byose. So ahangaha en fait nateganyaga ko dushobora kugura, murabona twa tumoto dufite 3 pine, kubera ko biri mu bintu natekereje ni bito cyane, natekereje ko ushobora kuyikoresha kugira ngo transporting ko ibintu usanga nk'amahoteli abari Nyarutarama ahandi ngomba kudelivaringa muri ville.
That's something you can work on. Ugatandukanya muri cost, capex and opex. So capital investment I mean capital expenditure na operational. Kuko iyo ushyize 10 million hariya byongera cost of production yawe. Kandi this is not an operational cost. It's an investment waba wakoze and doesn't necessarily reflect how much it costs you to make up a certain product. But it's something you can do on the side ugatandukanya amafaranga y'ibintu investingamo nk'imodoka n'ibindi and then n'ibindi bya operational.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's an amazing project.
Thank
and
you.
What's even more amazing is the reason behind it, which is supporting people.
Thank you.
Yeah, so keep on.
Marlene, I as well like the social part of it, ibintu byiza cyane, and then to look forward tukavuga uti ibigiye guhagarara ibyo nakoreshaga, I need something to replace it. Yeah. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Mine is on the pricing. Ntago nigeze numva ikintu kijyanye na pricing kuko ibi bintu bikorwa n'abantu benshi, amasoko arahari ko ni ibintu dukoresha buri munsi twese. So I need to know the difference between you and the existing products on the market.
Yego, nukuvuga ngo produits zanjye surtout il y a 20 litres nyicuruza 8000 nana delivering nashyize mu packaging everything. Hanyuma iyi ngiyi nyigurisha natangiye ngurisha 2300 kugira ngo abakiriya babanze bisangemo, but bari nabo bashishikarije ofete gutangira kuyigurisha ku giciro bayiguriraho n'ubudi mu alimentation kubera ko babonaga ari sabuni nziza kandi itinda. So iyi ngiyi ubu turi kuyigurisha 2500. Hanyuma utu dutoya twa 1 litre ntago abantu kuda kutugura cyane keretse nk'aba célibataire baba bashaka agasabuni gakeya, nibo bayigura ariko igura 800.
The production part of it, it costing anga, let's say kuriria ya 5 litres. Watanze angahe mu kuyikora?
Nkubarire ku kabido konyine. Akabido konyine. Nukuvuga akabido konyine iyo nkagurishije 2500 nuko mba naga producing nko kuri 1700. Ntarashyiramo izindi expenses ku ruhande nk'umusoro, transport.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good, even interesting. But nkuko wabivuze, you need Inkomoko someone else to kubinoza.
Yes.
Kugira ngo binoge kuko hari ibintu umuntu akora iyo ugitangira, of course tu veux impressionner les gens, tu veux avoir le marché et tout, ariko at the end of the day ugasanga nta profit irimo. So ntago biri clear to me, but it's really amazing.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much. Wumva ari kinashyiramo kugira ngo bibe un peu clair.
Ni bya bindi bavuze kushaka ubumenyi iyongeraho uvuye yego babikugiramo inama ukabinoza neza bikaba umushinga uhamye.
I'm actually looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a question. Ariko I don't know if you know how it is on the market. Nkakara kajerekani ugurisha 2500 abandi ntekereza ko range ari nka 5 ni 5 3 2 you know. So nanone mbere yuko maybe muje tutarakorana kuko uko bishaka buriya bizanaba, ariko mu gihe tutarakorana nanone ugomba kureba kuri production yawe, ntukabezinge gusa ku cy'abakiriya bawe bashaka, ugomba no kureba nawe ese am I making some money out of it, sibyo? Yeah, mu kugira ngo usetting ibiciro. Yeah, so urakoze cyane.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure, and I enjoyed.
Mwiriwe.
Niriwe neza.
Meze neza.
Ego.
My name is Dadi. I work for Bank of Kigali.
Nicole from Bank of Kigali as well.
Emmanuel from Inkomoko Business Development.
My name is Vanessa Wimanzi, and I'm contestant number 70, the last one on the list. So if you allow me, I would love this to be more of an interaction, more than a presentation, if it's okay with you. Okay, so I have very easy questions. The first one says, by a show of hands, how many of us love peace? And then the second question, it says, again, by a show of hands, how many engage in peaceful activities among you guys, you three? And then the last one, it says, by a show of hands, how many engage others in peaceful resolutions? Okay, so if you allow me to go a bit deep, how can peace be obtained and sustained? I believe that a peaceful environment affects all aspects of social development and also economic development of a country. So, how I can sustain this peace? I want to create a mediation farm. Now, if you can look around this design of this building, if you can see here, there's a corridor of different rooms. So I want to rent a place with different offices where where we will hire different mediators. Now, these mediators will help to resolve different conflicts in our society. So as we all know, the cases of divorces are very, very high in our country. There are many different conflicts in Rwanda. People fight over land. They fight over so many different things, and all this creates chaos in our society. So my project is basically about bringing people together. So in this space, there will be different offices where we will work with different mediators, psychologists, therapists, lawyers, many different people who can help bring people together. So there will also be trainings where we will hire certified mediators and also train them so that they can provide the best services for their clients. I will work with the Ministry of Justice, and I will explain why. They are trying to come up with a policy called ADR, and it stands for Alternative Dispute Resolution. So this policy is basically to promote mediation. And then I will work with the Supreme Court. I will also work with the Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion. I will work with the University of Rwanda, and this is because they have a center for mediation. And of course, I have to keep in mind that not everybody can afford mediation services. So this center provides support for the people who are less fortunate or are in need of support. And then I will also work with the Ministry of Youth and Culture because if you may allow me to quote the president of Rwanda, he said at the United Nations headquarters in New York, he said, the most effective way to prevent conflict from even arising is to empower citizens, particularly young people, so that they feel that they have an important stake in the management and stability of the community and our country. So we should encourage young boys and girls to seek peace over conflict and teach future generations to let unity define them. Thank you.
So you like peace?
Very much.
Okay. So there's a Bible verse that talks about, that asks people to live in peace. Do you know it?
I know many verses that talk about peace.
Do you know Romans 12:18?
Sorry?
Do you know Romans 12:18?
Romans 12:13.
12:18.
12:18.
It says, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with all men.
Yes.
Okay. So now, question about your project. The mediation services you want to be providing, they're going to be pro bono, right? Like free?
No, they're not free. They are just free for those who are less fortunate. But for people who can afford paying for the services, they will pay.
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of numbers, let's start with percentages, for example. How many people do you think will come needing a pro bono service? And how many people do you think will come to you needing the services but able to pay? In terms of numbers, let's say in a month. Once you have your center started, what do you project will be the number of people coming to the center? And then another question is, in terms of sustainability, how will you keep your project going and growing? And that means so how are we going to be making money for you? Since not everyone is paying because pro bono, okay? Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. I'll start with your first question. You asked about how many? Okay, so I project that the people who will be needing these services will be those who can actually afford it, because those who can afford it understand the importance of mediation. And for the second question, my answer kind of links, yes. For the second one, the sustainability, this is actually my Beauty with a Purpose project too. So my Beauty with a Purpose project is to raise awareness about the importance of mediation. So once people understand the importance, they will start needing the services. So once they start understanding its efficiency, they will start being more active and coming for the services. And those who cannot afford it will have to pass through the legal aid forum or the center in the University of Rwanda, which provides aid.
Are you an aspiring lawyer?
Am I?
An aspiring lawyer.
Lawyer. I am not a lawyer, nor did I pursue law courses. But I believe that mediation doesn't require a lawyer. It just requires a person with the qualities or the traits to be a problem solver. You just have to have the right attitude, and there will be people who are certified to act as mediators. So I just want to create that starting. Yes.
Thank you, Vanessa. It was very nice, and I liked it. But my concern is on the privacy part of it.
The
privacy.
Okay.
So as Rwandan, we don't expose, our way of living, our issues to strangers. So you having an office, doing that mediation, how are you sure that people will come to you? For me, from my understanding and from my experience I've seen, why can't you go for online or app or, I don't know, something private to accommodate those private issues, because it's a private issue, which I don't want to disclose, and to be able to do the mediation online without having my face or something, those kind of.
Thank you. Well, I had actually added it in my notes that there will be a website where you can, a site that you can access to have online courses with different mediators. And you don't have to be in the country to access them. You can even be abroad. And with these online courses, you can reach a mediator. It can just be an audio session where your camera is not turned on and the mediator will not be seeing you. It will just be like a conversation between different parties and the mediator. So I think that can help people feel more secure about the information that they're providing. But mediation in general, it's supposed to be something very confidential. As long as you hire mediators who are certified and capable of doing the job properly.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
I'm going into finance somehow. How much is it going to cost you to start your business? And how long are you going to go through your work to get back your investment?
Thank you. Well, I don't know the exact number, but if I could estimate, because we need to pay the mediators, we need to pay for their trainings, we need to pay for the offices, and also pay for the production of business cards, flyers, and the uniform of the mediators, and also computers for storing the records. So if I could give an estimation, I would say like 20 million. And for the period of time it will take, I would say it might take a while in the beginning because, like I said, people still need to understand why mediation is important. So I would suggest that after a year, more people will start recognizing that the process of mediation is really important to maintaining a peaceful environment.
All right. Thank you so much.
I wanted to help you to answer her question about people coming to you. So we have about 6 or 7 centers for counseling in Rwanda. You know about counseling, right? And they are always overbooked. So people do share about their personal lives because they need help. And mediation and counseling, I don't know how they relate to each other, but you will get people.
Yes.
Just keep work on the idea and work on answering his question. Yes. Work on knowing how much you need, when you need it, where do you get the best prices, and work on the numbers part. But the idea is good. And work on getting different partnerships, because partnerships are very good for projects and even better for business. So you have a good idea and keep working on it.
Thank you.
Muri 20 basigaye 19 barigiza nkana kukumira kumbe ari uzambikwe kamba muri finale ya Miss Rwanda 2022. Hesha amahirwe wawe umuto rukanda akanyenyeri 544 akanyenyeri 1 akanyenyeri umubare umuranga mu irushanwa urwego no ku rubuga igihe.com kuko uwa mbere mu matora azahita habwa umwanya mu 10 ba mbere top 10. Finale izabera urusororo kuri Intare Conference Arena ku itariki 19 Werurwe 2022. Tunajyamwe ibicu n'abanyeshuri b'ishuri rya muzika RSAM n'igitangaza mu bitangaza Bruce Melody. Gura itike yawe hakiri kare ku bihumbi 10 ahasanzwe 20 muri VIP na 30 muri VVIP. Ku muryango ku munsi nyirizina ni 20 ahasanzwe 30 muri VIP na 50 muri VVIP. Amarembo azafungurwa isaa 11. Show itangira isaa 1 zuzuye. Ufite itike wese yemerewe gutwarwa na bisi zabugenewe kuva kuri Stade Amahoro kugera ku Ntare hagati ya saa 9 na saa 12 z'umugoroba, na nyuma ya show zibagarura ku Mahoro amahoro. Urasabwa kuba warahawe inkingo zose za COVID-19 no kwipimisha mu masaha 48 mbere y'umunsi nyirizina. Ntimuzacikwe. Miss Rwanda 2022 yatewe inkunga na Africa Improved Foods, Bella Flowers, Forza Gaming, Africa Medical Supply, Hyundai Rwanda, Volcano Express, University of Kigali, Intare Conference Arena, La Palisse Nyamata, IUCN, East African Promoters, Meres Petroleum, Rwanda Forensic Laboratory, Makuza Peace Plaza, Copa Telecom, Igihe Limited, Smart Design, Ian Collection, Keza Salon, Bisa Deco, HDI Rwanda, Diamond Smile Dental Clinic, Cylinder, Auto Express Garage, Goodave, HD Design, Primus. Drink responsibly. RBA, nah.
Bank of Kigali, financially transforming lives.